Like modeling's going good?
Yeah, it's doing well. It's just maybe I want to get more serious into that, into modeling, into entertainment. Like I want to learn like more properly on how I can be better.
Right.
And
You're not runway model, right?
no, I'm
beauty.
I'm too short.
How tall are you?
I'm commercial. 164
That's too short. Dave.
to runway.
It's a runway. No, but Agnes was telling me about that because I think Agnes is like 170.
175 is like the minimum.
I don't think she's 175. She's above 170. I think she might be like 173.
Under 175, you're considered a petite model.
Under 100.
75, you're considered a petite model.
Oh, then I'm like omega fucking petite.
Oh,
You know how tall I am, right?
155.
No, shorter.
Really?
Yeah.
Or are you always wearing heels near me?
I'm always either wearing heels or like I've got Nikes on right now. Nikes, the Air Force, they add like a good
5, right?
When I take my shoes off, like I'm wearing my Nikes and I take 1 foot off.
Oh yeah, the
difference
jump
is-
on there.
Or maybe it is 5. I don't know, but I'm actually like I'm 100.
5 is like this much. Think about it.
Yeah. Girl, I'm dimensionally challenged. I don't
Like
know what,
here.
like
Maybe it was 3. Actually, me too. What am I talking about?
no,
I'm trying to.
no, but maybe it is 5 because
Or like
originally 151.7.
you really had to put that 0.7 in there.
Round it up to 152.
Okay.
Bitch, so that I'm not. No, and back in the States, like on my license, on my California license, it says I'm 4'11". I am 1 inch taller than what is legally considered a midget in the U.S.
Oh,
Midget is up until 4'10", and I'm 4'11". I'm like 1 inch taller. I could have qualified for disabled parking, bitch.
oh my gosh. You fun size.
Thank you for saying that. I'm a little pocket rocket.
Yeah, it's a very fun size.
Yeah, but nah. To be honest, I would give anything for like a few extra inches. I'm sure every man would say the same thing.
Oh.
Your skin's been doing good.
Yeah, my skin's been doing okay.
Good.
Yeah, your skin has been doing a lot better, like drastically.
Yeah. No, but you still break out. You do still break out, right?
There's like one here, but like I never break out drastically anymore.
Right. Yeah, but you'll still get like.
Like here and there. I have like a picture of like my bare face this morning because like I was gonna do this like podcast. Like it is. Do you mind if I show it?
Oh yeah. No, go ahead, show it. Like we'll put it up on screen.
Yeah, I'll also put it up on screen later.
Yeah, no, so this podcast episode, like, it'll be great for those of you tuning in, like, maybe on Spotify or Apple Podcasts to switch over to the YouTube episode because, like, we're going to be putting a lot of photos because, like, our skin, like, when it comes to skin journey, like, the journey to clear, healthy skin, like, I'm telling you, Shanika and I, like, we've been through the trenches of all of that.
So this is my skin like now without anything. This is just skincare,
Okay,
which is like okay.
Okay, elasticity.
And like there is only still like some acne marks, and of course there are some like dots here. I don't think that's like because acne, but it's also I do meso.
What's meso?
Meso is a fat burner, so I get injected fat burner in my cheek because I've really
There's a fat burner for your cheeks?
yeah.
Wait, can I get that? Cause my face is so fucking fat, girl.
If you want it, we can talk about it off cap. If you want to get meso, you get it injected in a few parts. Like I got it here, here, and here.
Oh,
Because I have really like my face is square, and if there is like fat, it makes it even more square. So I look like the shape of an app.
girl.
You know, so I gotta kind of like yeah. But sorry, off on a tangent.
Can you snatch the face a little bit? Is it worth? Should I get it? No, because I don't know. I'm kind of insecure about how round my face is. Like it feels like.
But you still have a shape. I'm just gonna be fully honest. As a girl with that struggle as well, your face is at least like a V. Like as in like okay. It's here. She viewing right now. Like your jaw, I forgot. Your jawbone is like here, and then your chin is like here, like down here.
Okay.
Mine is like up here. So if I have fat, it's gonna like make it even more square.
Okay.
Which I don't like. And I had to consult to like multiple dermatologists, like especially during beauty conventions. I would just like sit and be like, what's wrong with my face? And then, and all of them would say the same thing. It's to the point where I already know all of this. They're like, oh, mukha kamu. And I'm like, oh, I know, I need Meso and I need Botox and I need chin filler. They're like, damn, this bitch scary. She know what
That's
she
gonna
needs.
fuck me up. Nah, that's gonna fuck me up. That's gonna fuck up my ego big time. Because like if I were to go to a dermatologist and sit down and was like, what is everything wrong with my face? And they start listing, and I know they're gonna come up with the list because I know my face is perfect.
Actually, they're not mean like that. Your face is actually really good. I actually have a friend who has a really big crush on you, and we can talk about that off cap.
No.
I'm side-eyeing the camera.
Oh my god, girl,
He watches you. Huh?
It's a guy, right?
Guy.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, not fair baiting, but okay. That's interesting. No, but that's gonna get me fucked up, man. If they start listing like, oh, okay, well, like, you know, this could be better.
No. There's like a difference between, oh my God, off on another tangent. I was talking about my face. But there's like a beauty for like improving your face. And then there is to just look like a template. So some beauty clinics, I believe, like if you say like, oh, I want to look like this face, it might not fully suit the rest of your face. Like let's say you want a nose yang kayak lancip gitu, but it might not fit your face shape. It might not fit like the harmony of your face already. But like when I say like what's wrong like with my face, like that was a hyperbola. I just said that like is there anything that I could do for my jaw? So I said that specifically, and then like, oh, we can do this like a V line. So that's what I got. So yeah, some of my skin, the dots are injections.
Oh my god, now I'm really considering getting those fucking like fat burning, like cheek. What is it? Mesolipo to burn the fat off of my cheeks because that's always been like my insecurity.
Wait. The most important question here: do I even look skinnier in my face?
Actually.
No. Oh, if I didn't say anything, you would have noticed.
Yeah, see, I didn't know. And like, I see you, I don't see you that often in order to like, you know, for my eyes to be neutralized, but I see you regularly enough. Like I see you like every like few months or so. You know what I mean? So, and yeah, to be honest, like if you did not tell me that you did something to your face, like, I really would not have guessed. Like, gak gitu kelihatan, but do you see a difference? And do the photos, the before and after, that's actually like probably the most important, like, they take before and after shots, right?
Yeah, but gua meso kan pindah, jadi cannot at one place only. My first meso was like very painful, by the way, but okay, moving on. But meso, you need to do it multiple times, so it's not like a one-time thing. You get like skinny, and you know, I was a uni student, so I could only do it a few months at a time.
Do you only get it on your face or do you like body as well?
Oh, recently I did it on my armpit.
Oh, armpit.
Because I have a lot of armpit fat.
Same.
And actually worked on my armpit, but I only did it twice.
Okay.
You're supposed to do it like
I feel like your arms do look a lot skinnier.
No, armpit, bro.
Yeah, no, as in like, but armpit fat kind of like.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it worked.
So, that I see.
Oh, thank God.
The face I don't.
Okay, damn. All right, I guess I gotta do more in there.
Oh my God, no, that's not what I mean.
Okay, I'm
your
just
face
kidding.
has always been your face has always been fucking beautiful for me. Like since
Thank you. It's contour.
Yeah, no, dead ass. Like so much of it is makeup.
Yeah, and so you have to do it like at least 5 times, I think, to really see a difference. So they have to inject the fat. Next 1 or 2 week, inject it, and then baru kelihatan. Some dermatologists say it's permanent. Some say it's not. Like some say as long as you don't gain a bunch of weight, you should be fine. Yeah. Like if you're still like in this weight, it's gonna be permanent. But like let's say you eat a lot and then you gain a lot of weight, then of course it's gonna come back.
I see.
But if you're in like this stable weight you are in now, it should be okay.
I see. My friend was just telling me last night about this girl that he was like hooking up with, and how actually like one of the ways that you can tell that somebody's got Botox is like if they gain a lot of weight and like the weight spreads across the entire body, but their face does not gain weight. Like you can tell because the Botox kind of does that to your face.
Yeah, it like holds it together. I had Botox as well on my jaw, but it's already like gone because I had alcohol for like a month.
Yeah,
and it just went away. It was like my 4th month of getting Botox.
But I know with Botox, like you have to keep getting it like every like 3 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. For this one, katanya it just fades off in like 6 months.
6 months. There you go. Yeah.
6 months.
Yeah.
But I drank on the 4th month, and then I could feel it here.
Oh.
I could feel it like the muscle coming back. You're not supposed to feel the muscle. So when I felt the muscle coming back, I'm like, God damn it.
Ah.
But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, because I don't know if you saw that clip of me talking about Botox, and like I went to this one dermatology clinic and they said 15 million every 4 to 6 months. I'm like, go ahead.
It depends on the clinic and it depends on what products they use. The cheaper ones are the ones that use Korean products. And the dermatologists in these Korean clinics in Jakarta would say like, oh, it's basically the same thing. Like Korean products and like the European or American products they're actually quite the same. It's just very different price range.
Do all of you models get work done like Botox, Meso, lipo injections, and all that type of stuff? Like no judgment.
Oh yeah,
I just like want to know. Like that's a common procedure that a lot of y'all get behind the scenes.
Yeah, I can't. I'm gonna be fully transparent. That is definitely what we do to keep ourselves according to standards. Sebisa mungkin.
I mean, I would have thought according to standards would just be like, periodically, like, we get like, I say we as if I'm a fucking model, but as in to say like when it comes to skin maintenance, if we're just going to be talking about skin, we get regular facials, procedures. So that's one of the things that we're going to be talking about when it comes to like my skin journey and all that. But I would have just thought it goes as far as like periodic lasers, maybe Botox here and there, but I didn't know that there was such a thing as like a fucking injection to burn the fat off of my face. I'm like, damn, bitch, I want that. I should, but you know what? I gotta like do my due diligence and like not just because like I am somebody of influence and I want to influence people to do the right thing when it comes to getting recommendations like these. Like sometimes like, you already know what we're going to be talking about today, where it's like just because one thing works for your friend doesn't mean that it's
yeah.
You. And it's like,
sorry about that, Indah. We'll get into that.
We'll get into that. But like, when it comes to even procedures like injections and everything, like, hey, do your due diligence. Like, I mean, yes, it works for your friend and like the results are there, but like, sometimes like especially injecting shit into your body, you just gotta be careful.
Yeah.
You've done your research, right?
Yeah, I have. Oh, this was also my last resort, by the way. So I already gymmed for the first time I did Meso. I already gymmed for 6 months, and I'm kind of like, you know what? The fat's not going away.
You was trying to spot reduce your face, bitch.
No, but like I had like cardio and everything, and like I was eating a bit more tame.
Yeah.
And I was like, my face fat is still there. So you know what? I'm just gonna start like Meso, and then like I still kept working out. So I still work out. I still try to maintain a good diet.
Yeah.
But now I'm like happier that like my face isn't as chubby.
Yeah.
And especially on camera, it gets distorted way more because of like the lenses and stuff.
Yeah, or like lighting.
And it really bothers me. And sometimes clients don't mind actually. Clients are pretty like understanding. Some of them a bit like extreme, but like I still want to appear the best that I can.
Yeah, no. I like my chubby face has been like a very long time insecurity of mine. And like this isn't me trying to like fish for compliments or whatever, you know what I mean? Like for the most part, like I'm okay with it. Like I still think I look good. It's just kind of like when people say, no, but Indah, I love the fact that your face is round because it makes you look cute and everything. And like,
and I don't want to be cute.
Yeah, kinda. I kind of want to be cute.
You look up at the.
I don't want to be cute. I want to be menacing. I want you to fear me. You know what I mean? But it's also like, I don't know. There's just something that maybe it's imposter syndrome or some shit. I don't know. Like it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that people actually like round faces like mine.
There's actually like different beauty standards across the world. Like Asia and Western, very different standards. Yeah. And like if you guys watch Coves, I like watching Coves. Sorry, I'm like very into this stuff. That's why I'm like maybe like kind of insecure sometimes. But Coves, they explain like in Asia, it is actually much better for you to have like some filled. It gives it youth, where in the Western, they like it more defined, more snatched, like more sculpted.
What I find interesting about modeling is that it seems to transcend all of those like cultural values, where even like in the modeling industry here in Asia, like they still, when it comes to modeling,
follow a certain standard.
It's pretty standard all across the globe, where like if you want to be a model, especially beauty model like you, there is a certain criteria of like facial structure that you gotta have. You gotta have like lines on your, not lines on
like
your face.
I know like a prominent jawbone.
Prominent jawbone.
I'm still trying to achieve that actually. Like I'm still not there yet. That's still something I'm also quite insecure about because there are other models that have a more prominent face than mine. So
are you contemplating plastic surgery, going under the knife?
Yeah, for a long time. I've been thinking about plastic surgery for a while.
What's stopping you?
Like 5 years. I want to find a proper place. And
Korea.
Yeah, but like yeah, but also the fact that maybe I would want to find there's actually like aesthetic reports that can be done on your face so that if you go to a clinic, they won't just be like, oh, bagusnya panjangnya segini kok. Padahal like they maybe just want more money from you rather than actually like catering to what is good for your facial harmony.
I believe that.
So I'm still taking a while to think about that. And of course, I need to save up for it.
Yeah.
Because like I want to get it done at like a proper place at least. But the only thing I want to get done is actually my chin. That's like my number one.
Just the chin.
My chin. Are you saying I need to get more in there?
No, I'm not saying anything. Oh man. And it's crazy looking at like the old photos of like our face. Like I was just showing Shanika my album, like my acne journey album. I think it's a very common experience for like those of us that like are acne like veterans. We have like an entire album of like, what our skin used to look like. And it's so crazy because like, okay, one photo that I'm about to put up on screen right now, that was like literally in 2022. That's really not that far.
Yeah.
I mean, with you, because I don't think you've ever talked about your acne journey to like this full of an extent, huh? So like that's what I want to get in this episode too, of like, when did acne start becoming an issue for you?
Okay.
Kira-kira tahun berapa?
I'm going to pull up a pic as well, just so you'll have a visual of how bad it is. Here it is. It'll pop up on screen.
Yeah.
But it is disgusting. It all started when I was in SMP, itu udah ada beberapa. Terus itu kan gara-gara hormon normal teenager kan.
SMP is middle school?
Middle school.
Okay.
So I had it.
Do you want a drink? Sambil
Oh, sure.
Sambil minum. Tito, can you help with the drink? So Peter, just a quick update for everybody. Peter basically got a new job. Don't worry, he's still on the TIGS team. But because
So you took his blood.
So I took his brother. His brother, not his brother works behind the cameras, but Peter still works for the team. He still does a lot like behind the scenes, and sometimes he's on set like on Saturdays and Sundays only though. But today's a Tuesday. So I got Tito over here. And I swear if y'all looked at Tito, like if I showed you a photo of Tito and Peter, like y'all could not tell that these two are brothers. Satu kayak diadopsi anjing.
I can't. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but no, sorry to cut you off. Go on.
Where was I?
SMP. It's middle school. So it started in middle school.
Is this like an English podcast? Like, do I speak in all English or do I mix?
You know what? Like, let's keep this in. Like
We've been speaking in English, you know?
No, because TIGS is expanding to the Philippines.
So I have to speak in Tagalog.
Ayang gala. No, we can't speak Tagalog. But like where I get guests that can speak in English, like I want to keep it 99% English, so that I have episodes to market to the Philippines for the guests that don't speak English. Obviously, like that's just for like an Indonesian like target audience. You see what I'm trying to say? So just keep it in English, but just throw in a bit of Indonesian is also fine.
Okay, so it all started when I was in middle school. I had like normal acne here and there. And then high school, like second year-ish, it started getting really bad because I wanted to get rid of that acne so bad. And number one, I did not have any education on acne. And my parents were, cindo pelit. Like they don't want to give me like all this money for like skincare and stuff. So I just bought whatever.
You can relate.
Yeah, so I just bought whatever I can from like the supermarket, like Pond's or like...
Oh God.
Like not shading on Pond's. Back then, I guess it wasn't that good. I remember it was like a milk thingy and then there was a toner. And the only person teaching me skincare back then was my sister. And even my sister back then didn't know much about skincare yet. Like it was during that era where the only people teaching skincare were beauty gurus from the Western side.
Yeah, like the Michelle Fons.
Yeah, and all their stuff that they recommended is beyond my student budget and not in this country.
Yeah.
And one day when I was in high school, my sister went to Lush abroad. She bought Lush.
Oh my God, the fucking throwback. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just gave you a huge throwback there. Sister went to Lush and she got a lot of things. And of course I was excited. I was like, oh my God, this is what all my favorite Western influencers are using. And my sister got me too. And then like when she went home, I was like, oh my God, I got the ones that are about to expire. You have to finish this, yeah? I don't know why she said it. Like, you have to finish this really quick. It was a scrub. It was a physical scrub.
That you used on your face?
That I used on my face. So you remember the physical scrub era?
Oh, the yang warna krem kan, the cream colored one. Or
This was like matcha, I think.
Okay.
This ruined my face. So from having like a few normal acne here and there, and like even though they're really bad, so I used to be in middle school. I had a moment where I was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer because I had a huge one here. But I had like batu acne. I had like really bad acne, and I'm just so upset that my parents didn't really treat it correctly, and I had my fair share of like bullying or like ridicule. But yeah, whatever. That aside. I scrubbed my face multiple times that week and my face broke out like that. You're not supposed to exfoliate your face that many times and physically too. That Lush scrub, it was matcha and it felt like there were rocks inside, like mini rocks.
Scrub,
And I just scrubbed it on my face and I thought it would work because back then I thought, oh, I have oily skin, so I should do everything I can to keep the oil out of my face. I should clean it all the time with like alcohol or something. And like there was even a time where I used wet tissue on my face and wet tissue has alcohol. So it's very harsh on my face. And I had this idea that, oh, I just need to scrub all this dirt out. And that's when I was wrong. To get rid of acne, you have to be gentle and loving. You can't
emphasis on loving.
you can't be like a strict Asian parent on your acne. You can't just, oh, you have to go, you have to be a good skin. No, you can't do that. So I had to learn it the hard way. And my acne journey to get this skin was actually like 2 to 3 to 4 years. Like, okay, I say it started 2018 and it started getting better 2021.
2021, yeah, because by the time I came back, I didn't live here up until like end of 2021. But I met you. Well, I came back for a bit in like 20. Actually, I didn't come back like officially come back until like end of 2021. By the time I met you, like end of 2021 or early 2022, like your skin was already like you're past that.
Yeah, past it.
Yeah.
I did microneedling for that.
Did that work?
That did work. Microneedling is to make your what is it called? Like craters that big pimples make.
Oh, you had itu apa kayak? Oh, what is the Indonesian word? Kopeng? Apa? No, bukan. What is kopeng?
It's just
like the deep pit scars.
Yeah. I had those because I like popping pimpos.
No. Oh my God. Yeah, no, do not do that. Do not.
Actually, I popped a pimple 2 days ago here. But
did you not learn anything from those years?
But like it was like a matang pimple, you know?
Oh, kalau udah ada nananya ya, okay, fine.
Yeah, it was like a matang pimple, so I couldn't resist.
Oh no, like even when I got like a matang pimple, like I get like a jarum, and then I use like a needle. I get a needle.
Oh, you poked it?
Yeah, and I poke it. You don't feel anything, girl. You don't.
That's
feel
kind of
anything.
crazy.
No, but I get a little tiny needle, disinfect it, pop it really gently, squeeze it out gently. That's how I do it, and that's why like I have little to no scarring.
Oh, really? That's how you're supposed to.
I'm very anal about my skincare.
Oh no, the pimple I popped itu udah ada kayak nanah keringnya gitu loh. Like it was like a gem. It was a gem of pus. So I did what any human would do. Dig for gold.
Oh my God, maybe I'm not like every other human. Like if I'm very like, I'm so anal about my skin, and I've been that way since I was young. And that's why like when I started having acne issues, it was really like, I went my entire life. First of all, y'all should know something about my mama. Like my mama been putting me on like a really like strict skincare routine ever since I was the age of 13. Like I'm talking like, this bitch drilled it into my head that by the time I hit 13, I gotta use sunscreen every day.
Wow.
Every day. She buys me like all my skincare, cleanser, toner, like serum.
Huh.
I've been using serum since I was like 14, 15. Like I started young. And
Wow.
I had good skin. And I had very good skin. And like all throughout high school, I was known as like that kid with like smooth baby skin. You know what I mean? All throughout high school, it was like by the end of high school that I started, same thing with you, like I started having like little...
Oh yes, yeah. Oh, that's my skincare.
I thought it would be really fun for this episode if like later on, like Shanika and I, like we're just sharing like what our like products that we're using like on camera, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, so it started off with like little tiny bumps under the skin, like clogged pores, you know what I mean? But it was like suddenly out of nowhere, just a lot of it, right? And then I left to America. Now I thought when I got to America, that's when I started really breaking out. But then I thought, I mean, yeah, no shit, I just moved to a different country.
And then the climate and
It
everything.
did not help, right? And I'm sure like that played a part, but really I didn't discover the underlying issue at that time yet. So, like, and then, you know, time goes by, and then I there was this weird period of time, like in the States, where my acne went away. Like my acne went away because I started taking birth control back in the States. So I've been on birth control even before like I got on it now. But the reason why I was on birth control back then was for contraceptive purposes. Like for just like double contraceptive purposes. I have an IUD, I have birth control, right? But then I didn't put two and two together that when I started taking birth control, my acne just went away.
You didn't realize.
Well, I realized it, but then I didn't realize that sort of like maybe the reason why I had acne in the first place was because of a hormonal issue. You know, so I went with it.
Yeah.
Right? Then I moved back to Indonesia. Obviously, I don't have birth control no more.
I went to space.
I moved back to Indonesia. The acne started like coming up again. Number one, because I got off birth control that I was on in the States. Number two, because I thought I'm literally lived all these years in America, moved back to Indonesia, climate, right? So I was like, okay, maybe it's just like every time I move countries, my skin's just acting up, right? But then, you know, and that's what I would always think, like for the longest time, that it was just like an environmental thing, right? Not realizing that it was a hormonal thing. You saw what my acne was like.
Yeah.
When your acne is that, like what you and I had, that red, and tell me yours wasn't hormonal, yeah? Yours wasn't a hormonal.
Mine was hormonal, and then I made it worse.
And then you made it worse.
And then I made it worse.
All right, but you don't have like, because with me, like, I mean, spoiler, I have PCOS. That's what I discovered. You don't have PCOS.
Not that I know of. I hope not.
Was like when you say hormonal issue, like was it like, so did you take hormone pills like birth control or some shit?
I think maybe I was just a teen.
It was just, huh?
I think maybe I was just going through puberty, no?
What? I mean, you could.
Like high school? No?
Yeah, you could.
Or like it was during like the end of my puberty, you can say. But I did get puberty a bit late, later than others.
I guess, yeah, maybe with you it's just like a hormonal thing in the sense that, because maybe you were like a late bloomer and like puberty kicked in later. But with me, it was like because I have like an underlying hormonal disorder. So that's, I guess, yeah, that's the caveat. But, you know, then I moved back to Indonesia. And then when your acne is that bad, like there's definitely something wrong inside of you. Like I don't think definitely wasn't the products. I was using good products, right?
Yeah.
I was using good products. Like I eat very healthy, and like lifestyle wise, like okay, I'm not like the healthiest, but like I'm healthier compared to average. But like I've tried, you know, like when you have acne and like you're trying everything and like nothing works, and I think that's like the sign of like I should get my blood work.
Yeah.
And I remember the day when I came up to my mom and I was like, Mom, I think I gotta go to the hospital. I gotta get my blood work done.
Wait. What made you decide to get blood work instead of going to just a dermatologist?
Because I've done
dermatologist.
I've done the dermatologist before. We're about to discuss in greater detail. I went to the doctor that you recommended for a certain prescription.
Sorry.
That ruined my fucking life.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. But we're gonna talk about that. I've done dermatologists. I've done antibiotics. I've done everything. The one thing that I haven't done was blood work. And what triggered my response to like come up to my mom and ask for blood work done. One day, I remember I was in my living room and I had a mirror and I was just like, kayak gitu, right? And of course my face is like all beat up and shit because I had so much acne. And I started realizing something. Why the fuck am I so hairy? Like my face is really hairy. Like
from like peach fuzz and like,
girl, that was more than peach fuzz. Like I had hair. Like, I mean, yeah, peach fuzz, I had peach fuzz, but then like the sides, are your sideburns really hairy?
I got them lasered off.
Okay, maybe before you got them lasered off. But
they were. They were
really hairy. Like, but I was like, I don't know what the reference is. Like, I haven't seen a photo of yours, but mine was just, I looked at myself and I'm like, I don't think this is really normal.
No, I had a lot of sideburn, like a lot. Okay, right now my sideburns are fucked. So my laser lady actually cut them to my hair. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of things done. Okay, I'm a work in progress. I'm not gonna show it. But like, yeah.
Oh man.
But I used to have them like, okay. So they used to like grow up until here.
Yeah. So same.
So my laser lady, like she shaved a bit too high. So this is actually like my hair.
Right.
But she shaved it. But.
Right. But it was just like, well, number one, I noticed I'm really hairy. I started connecting the dots. I'm really fucking hairy. Aku rantaknya banget. Are you rantak? Like,
Yeah, I was too.
super rantak.
I was too, yeah.
Girl, you should have gotten like your blood work done or some shit, because I feel like maybe you do have PCOS or some shit, but then like
Is this a chindo thing? Is this a curly hair chindo thing?
God,
you also got curly hair.
See, we're sisters.
We
It's
twins.
sis- But
Oh God.
sisters. No, but I started connecting the dots. I'm super hairy. Ako rantok banget. I was like shedding hair all the time, and it was just like a bunch of other. And I started doing more research. I started connecting more dots. Long story short, I went up to my mom and I'm like, I think I'm having hormonal issues. Can you please, like, we've tried everything, that this is nothing is working. Can we at least please try this? My mom was, of course, like, yeah, sure. Because my mom was also desperate to like fix whatever problem was going on with me. She took me to the OBGYN. We ran a bunch of tests. Test results came back. My testosterone level was like pretty much like on the level of a man. Like I have very high testosterone levels, like androgens, male hormones, even though I'm a female. And obviously like that doesn't work on like my body. So like testosterone levels were through the roof, and they were like, okay, it's PCOS, here, take birth control. I'm telling you guys, 2 months, I remember it was 2 months after taking birth control every single day, everything went away. And that's when everybody started noticing, like, Indah, your skin like improved so quick. I'm telling you, the redness went away. Well, the redness also went away because I had to be put on 10,000 international units of vitamin D3. Now everybody keeps asking me, like, I'm telling you, like, you open my DMs and it's mostly people asking me for my skincare routine, what shit I did to like get rid of like all my acne. That's why I wanted to make this episode as well, right? Of like, yeah, like if y'all really want to know, it's birth control. I had to get loaded up with vitamin D because it turns out, so for a lot of women with PCOS, it tends to correlate with vitamin D deficiency. And vitamin D, when you are deficient in it, it causes a lot of issues, primarily inflammation. And that's why I was always red. And whenever I got the slightest pimple, I was so red. So that's the issue. So they found out I was vitamin D deficient, severely vitamin D deficient, by the way. And then testosterone levels were through the roof, gave me birth control to push up my estrogen, push down the testosterone, gave me vitamin D. They put me on 4,000 international units at first. So they were like, let's bump you up to like 10,000. I was like, shit, okay. 2 months later, everything just went away. It was insane.
Damn, yeah, 2 months is really quick.
Very quick. And it's like, damn, people keep telling you like, oh, just drink more water. Oh, just use better skincare. Oh, just do this, do that. Use this product. No, bitch, go to the fucking doctor.
Yeah, and there's also like this thing now where people try to make skincare as if it's an obat, like it's medicine to heal your face. But I don't think that's the use of skincare. Skincare is to maintain your skin.
Yes.
It's not to heal your skin.
Everybody really wants to believe that there is that one miracle skincare product out there that is going to
that's for maintaining, I feel.
Yeah.
It's different when you have like acne, especially like cystic acne and all that stuff. That's a disease that you need to get to the doctor for.
Yes.
That's not like a normal skin thing.
Yeah.
And you need professional help for that.
Yeah.
That's what I wish I knew early, like when I was in high school. That's what I wish I knew.
I'm only now realizing this, that I was super lucky that I had a mother that was very like well informed on like skincare, personal hygiene. And
Okay,
that
queen.
Thank you, mom. But and my mom was very generous with like buying me like actually good quality products. Like I had an education of like personal hygiene and skincare from a very young age that I think now realizing most people, I think they would align with you more.
Yeah.
Of, like,
they do.
Society doesn't really teach you all that much about like
Back then, Z.
But back then, I think now because of like, the internet, it's democratized so much of like basic education on like skincare and all that. But like, I think more people would align with your story more of like, yeah, my parents never taught me, like nobody really like taught me skincare and like.
And at one point, I really hated my mom for this. But like when I told her about like my struggle, she's like, you just need to pray more.
Yeah,
she's like, you just need to pray more. You just need to exercise.
No.
I mean,
no.
I mean, the exercise part maybe. Like I'm exercising. I'm pretty happy with that. But like,
I was exercising on the reg. Like I'm a fucking gym rat, and y'all know that about me. But like, I'm telling you, I did everything. It don't matter how much water you're drinking, what products you're using, sleep, exercise, diet. Like my diet's clean. Like I'm telling you, like most of it, I feel like if you have the financial access, the first line of offense should be to go to the doctor. Like don't skincare. No.
Yeah, no. That is to maintain your skin, not to heal it.
Yeah.
And oh my God, off on a bit tangent. I hate it when I know some people who get work done on their face and do skincare endorsements. And I'm saying like work like salmon DNA injection, and they would say like, oh, I'm using this.
DNA injection.
It's like to rejuvenate your skin. I actually forgot.
Bro,
but
you,
like,
you are educating me on shit that I never knew these procedures existed.
I just know the name, but I forgot what it exactly does. But it makes your skin like better, like more plump. I forgot. If you want to go more in detail on that, you can Google it.
Okay.
I can
more research.
Yeah, I'm not that interested to do it yet, but I'm just saying, I know a few people. I know one in particular that this person has spent 15 million on their face for like it to be plump, for it to be good, and then a week later, this person was promoting a serum, and that's not because of the serum. I really don't like that.
Yeah. Oh no. Nah, girl. You know what's even worse? Like it gets me so fucked up seeing like some influencers, and I know a lot of these types of influencers, and I don't really want to say this at the detriment of their character, but at the same time, like fuck you, because you're literally getting up on camera, you're reviewing skincare. Lu pakai filter smoothing anjing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my god! Like, and I'm like, do you think we're dumb? Like, what, you think I don't got eyes to see that you're like, you got no pores? Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Actually, some people think it's real. So to be honest, yeah.
I know
a lot of people.
A lot of people they fall for it, which is why I know there's also like honest public figures, especially within the realm of like fashion and beauty, like you and me. Like, I think it's like very important to like once in a while come out
with
the
transparency
to like really remind people like, hey man, like, you gotta be careful with what you believe on social media. Like some of y'all don't even realize that they got a filter on. That's insane.
Yeah, that's why I don't take skincare endorsements. And even if I do, which was a few years back,
You stopped?
I stopped
Why?
because what am I supposed to say?
Right. Yeah. Because it's like, oh, you need hasil pakai serum. It's like, yeah, no, I got injections.
Oh no, that's for fat burner. But like for skin, I did get micro needling. It's to even out the skin.
You do like,
But even if I get skincare, I would never say this evens out my skin. Like it makes it like rata. I would not say that because that's impossible with just skincare.
Right.
I would literally just say, yeah, it didn't break out my skin, so it should be okay. Like
right.
I don't even know how to review skincare in all honesty, because how do you review it? Because these people who like use it like, oh yeah, I made my skin so plump in like one use. I don't think that's a thing. No, I think you have to use it over a period amount of time.
Definitely.
And then you're like, okay, I can testify, but like, yeah, I just can't do that. Like I did it with one, but I had to wait for like a month for it to actually like be okay. And that was like back in like COVID era too. And then I'm like, okay, this is good. And like my skin is all right. Like it's not the best, but
Yeah.
that's the part I don't like the most. If I use the skincare for a month and I'm like, it's okay. Like, I don't know what else to say about it. Like,
Right.
it's not amazing, but I'm supposed to endorse this product as if it's the best thing ever. But in all honesty, it's okay.
In all honesty, a lot of them are just like,
Yeah, okay.
but at the same time, like it's okay for a product to just be okay. Because at the same time, like you gotta ask yourself this, like you gotta be realistic. What the fuck are you expecting from skincare?
Yeah.
No, like, again, like what I'm saying is like people need to get it through. Like people need to understand that there's no such thing as like a miracle skincare product that's going to like completely change your skin. Like what Shanika is saying, and we really gotta keep hammering it into like these audience members is that skincare is for maintenance, and a lot of these products like they are good for maintenance. Like, but then again, I see like if I gotta make a confession here, like I don't get the only work done that I get on my skin, like in order to like enhance or appearance, is V-beam laser from Erha.
V-beam. Oh, I've heard about V-beam.
Yeah. Oh my god, that laser, fucking amazing. And like I struggle.
What does it do?
So like if you got a lot of redness, which I do, like if you got a lot of redness, my acne scars usually like fade to a red. Maybe it's because I'm like super pucat or some shit. I don't fucking know. Like, but mine are usually red. And it's really good for like when you got a little bit of active acne, but also like to get rid of like those red acne scars. So that's what I normally get. So that's like that's like the little like touching up that I do. And even with that, it does make it complicated when like right after that laser procedure, then like I have to endorse like a skincare product because like, of course it's like not entirely.
Yeah.
It's not entirely
Because of that.
genuine. Or do you think it is genuine? Because I think it also depends on how we go about endorsing it. Because we're not saying like, this changed my skin. Yeah.
What I'm saying is it goes about how you endorse it. Because like if you do get stuff done on your face like to make it more even and stuff, and then like this skincare product does something else, like clears up your sebaceous filaments, let's say,
Yeah.
then don't say that this product can also like fix your craters.
Right.
Like I'm just saying, like just
Right.
focus on what it is supposed to be.
So you dead ass, like you don't do skincare endorsements no more.
I don't, and even if I do, like, what do I even say?
Right.
Like,
because with me, like
but I do get them sent as PR once or twice.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I just use it.
Yeah.
And like it's okay.
Right. Because with me, like now the angle that I through which I approach endorsing skincare now is through ingredients. It's just like just mentioning as a matter of fact, like, hey, it contains these ingredients, like, and like, okay, yeah, these are good ingredients.
Yeah.
And like, do with it
how you want.
Yeah, how you want. When we were dealing with acne, what were the like, were you taking any medications, vitamins? Like you said, you wanted to like tell people about some products that you were using
back then.
Yeah, back then.
So
like when you were pursuing the solution, what did that look like?
So this is gonna require the doctor that ruined Indah's face, but for some reason helped my face. So it worked for me.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
I'm so sorry, but yeah, this could be the start to talking about that. So
I'll let you talk about all the other products first, and then we'll get on to that particular prescription.
This was also the stuff I used before. I really did not know what I was doing. So this was to erase my makeup. I think it was I forgot what brand it is, but like you could find it in the stores. It's micellar oil infused cleansing water. And then I used another micellar water, Nivea. I still kind of use this now. It's okay. It's fine. It's just to erase makeup. This was my face wash.
Did you use any like?
It was good. It was all right.
But maybe not so much the skincare, but like, were you on medicine? Okay, besides the medicine that we're about to talk about, were you on anything else? And were you taking vitamins? Were you taking like?
I was taking the medicine I was, using from the doctor.
Yeah. And then what else besides that? What about like lifestyle changes? Even like maybe that helped, because I discovered a lot of things about my body like throughout that acne journey.
Yeah.
Like
I'm also quite surprised to hear that. But for me personally, I just went to that doctor because someone recommended to me. They said like he's very famous in Jakarta, and I think if I keep describing him, a lot of you might know.
Oh no, a lot of you know.
A lot of you know. He's very famous, and saking famous, you have to line up and enter his session like you're in a uni class. There's like a bunch of there's 10 or 15 other people in the room with you as he's assessing your face one by one. And then he's a bit rude too, actually.
Super fucking rude.
And he just judges your face in front of people as well. And he just gave me Accutane and some night cream. And after a while, it worked.
Did you go through the purging of it? A lot of people.
No, it actually just went better because like my face just went like really bad.
Okay.
So I guess anything from then on is just up.
Okay.
Because it was already rock bottom.
All right. And that's it?
And I discovered skincare like here.
Yeah.
Like the good stuff here, because the ones I used back then were like really sketchy. I used like aloe vera on my face. I used like 20.
Aloe vera is good.
But like I heard you're not supposed to use it
every day.
Like
what?
Like
pagi masker.
Like you're supposed to wash it off. Basically, I didn't know you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I left mine on.
Really, and it's fine.
Yeah, for me it was fine.
Yeah. Oh, I actually had like some. Oh yeah, this is another bad photo. Really crunchy. I mean, a lot of people worked for this famous doctor that I mentioned, but it turns out a lot also did not work. I guess it's a hormone thing. And I guess he just made like one recipe that is good for the general public, but not good for certain individuals. And maybe he should look more into that.
Right.
Because maybe he didn't put into consideration like people with PCOS or people with some other hormonal issue.
Right. Yeah.
So
I guess this is where we've kept the children waiting long enough. Like I think this is where we talk about this particular doctor that is very famous here in Jakarta that Shanika was describing, and how, the one thing that I really want to raise awareness in this episode is the caution of pursuing solutions to your acne or to your other medical conditions just because one solution worked for your friend or maybe 2 or 3 of your friends. It doesn't mean that it's the right solution for you. And I'm very glad that his medication worked well for you, but it ruined my life. Basically, the story goes, of course, I was dealing with acne. Shanika like was giving me recommendations, and so she was the one who recommended me to this particular doctor. You know, was telling me like her experience of being on the medication and how it worked well for her. At that point, I was super desperate, and I think like a lot of us that are like acne, like
we're
acne
desperate
veterans,
to get it off.
You are desperate, right? And so, it's hard. I don't blame anybody for being like, I don't blame anybody for biting the bullet so quickly, because I understand what that desperation looks like. But I really urge, it's fine, but I really urge a lot of people to like, when it comes to pursuing, especially medical solutions, like I'm talking like you're taking pills, you're popping them into your body, take your time, do your research. Because again, like, you know, again, I'm glad it worked well for you, but it like dead ass ruined my life. Like I'll show some pictures just for references. When my acne started getting really, really bad after I moved back to Jakarta, it looked like this. And then like, this was still like not that bad here. Actually, like, let me show you. This is what I was dealing with, right? Can you see?
So this is
what was going on. And like, yeah, it's bad. Like there's definitely like, but it's not, girl, it's not this. It's not this, you know? So this is when I started getting on Accutane from this one doctor, and it just made everything worse. And I was reading up about like, oh, that's normal because purging. And then we went back to that same doctor again. And like my mom was like getting pissed and everything because like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, this is just getting worse. And then the doctor,
oh my God, did she talk to the doctor?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. So like my mom barged in there, was like, what the fuck? Like, this is just getting worse. And the doctor was like, no, like that's supposed, like that's how it's supposed to go. And then he gets all defensive and shit. And he's like, I'm questioning, like, these are the photos to prove it. I'm like, my guy, that should have been the red flag. That really should have been the red flag, where I was like, I know I should not be taking medication from a doctor that can't even like be challenged on like why his medication is supposed to fucking work. If you're an actual scientist, you would not be offended by that, right? That was already super, super sketchy. But again, like I was desperate. Like I have no excuse. I was just desperate, right? And so it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. My mom was like, no, fuck this doctor. We're going to a different doctor. I think this is fine to disclose. I went to Rumah Sakit Pandak Indah. There's this one doctor. The name I'm not talking shit about her, so I think it's fine to recommend. Like, but there's this one doctor. Her name is Dr. Vinia. She works at Rumah Sakit Pandak Indah at the dermatology clinic, and so she was the one who like then started. I switched over to her. And so she was giving me like a bunch of medication. She told me to stop taking the Accutane and all that type of stuff. And then she also like, while working at Rumah Sakit Pandak Indah, she works at Erha. And I really do gotta give Erha like the credit that it deserves, because like Erha has been like a really important part of like my skin healing journey. I would go there for like the V-beam lasers. Like it really helped a lot. But lasers will only do so much, because like that's all just like aesthetics. Like you're not taking care of like the underlying reasons. Then the story goes, I was doing lasers at Erha, so it would improve the acne situation, but it would just keep coming back. It would keep coming back. You know what I mean? That's
yeah. Because it's only taking care of the external layer.
Exactly. And then the whole like I started realizing like, what the fuck, my face is so hairy, blah blah blah. Kayak gitu. I went to an OBGYN, also in Rumah Sakit Pandak Indah. It's at the IVF center. I'm under Dr. Budi. I'm under Dr. Budi. And then we do like a bunch of tests. And then, lo and behold, like I PCOS, birth control, like vitamin, 10,000 units of vitamin D. 2 months later, everything gone. Insane. Like, and that's why, like, I really regret going on Accutane.
I'm just so sorry.
No, it's fine. No, I don't blame you, because like there's a level of accountability that is on me. Like, because I was so desperate that I just like I took whatever. But I guess that's...
But you also didn't know about the PCOS thing and everything as well.
Yeah, of course. And that's why like I'm hoping that people that are maybe right now listening to this, I'm sure there are a lot of people listening to this right now and they're dealing with acne. They're probably like where you were back in 2018 and where I was in 2021 or 22, right? And I really suggest that if you have the financial means for it, and I don't know kalau hal-hal kayak gini tuh di cover sama BPJS gak ya? Like mau tes darah kayak gitu. I don't know. But if you have the financial means for it, if your insurance covers it, the first line of attack, in my opinion, should just be medical. Get your blood work test, because a lot of the times it's a hormonal thing and it's a vitamin thing, right? Rather than you go on Accutane. And I've never actually like talked about how much like that actually ruined me. Like that whole experience actually ruined me.
Because it just kept getting worse and
It just
worse.
kept
Like it
getting worse.
boosted it.
Girl, like, and see, I think the reason why it worked for you, maybe because the dosage just happened to be right for you, because you are bigger than me in the sense like you're taller. You know what I mean? That could be it. Maybe like I had too high of a dose because that's the only way I'm logicking through it.
Because he's a doctor, I might have thought that maybe he gave you like a smaller dosage. But if it's all the same, like it's like the black thingy, right?
Yeah.
You know what it looks like?
So like
The pill.
it's this doctor is like literally what he does is just like I forgot the phrasing in Indonesian, but basically like it's the same dosage and he just distributes it to everybody, and like whoever it works on, it worked, and if it doesn't work, I mean, fuck you, then you end up like me and you have to like pursue other solutions.
Oh my God, it's actually a bit fucked that you can kind of find his stuff on like Shopee. So there's people like collecting this and reselling it.
Yeah, girl. And again, like, no, to be honest, I'll be so honest. Like looking back, I knew the red flags, like the alarms were ringing in my head. But again, it's just like
You were desperate.
so fucking desperate, girl. Like you don't like y'all have never get acne. Like if you had acne as bad as I did, like you understand desperation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was also really desperate.
Yeah.
Severely.
But you know, just and it's hard. But to be honest, like Shan, I'll be so honest with you. I'm glad it worked for you, but I really like
I'm so sorry
would
for
not.
this.
No, I don't blame you at all. But I just think like anyone. Do you still recommend him to like your friends?
No.
No, yeah. Because I really don't recommend any of you guys that have like ever recommended this specific doctor to like any of your friends or like are still doing that. Like I really like just don't. Just don't, because like okay, yeah, it worked well for you, but just the ethicalities of it, it's just like girl.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah, shit.
the last time I went there, I got really pissed off because like
Papa.
I told him my acne got better 2020, right? But then after 6 months, it got bad because I used this chemical peel. It was the one that HA peel solution.
Okay, yeah.
But I got it from The Ordinary from Shopee, but like I guess it was a bit too strong for me as well, and I guess I didn't use it correctly, or maybe it's not like a legit product. It could be any of those. And I told him about that. He laughed at me, bro. He laughed at me, and then like the other people who were in the session with me also laughed at me. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like, let me live. Chill.
Can I spill some tea? Because to be honest, like I won't say like which doctors like have. Obviously, like throughout my journey, like I've consulted with a lot of doctors. Like my mother took me everywhere with that one, right? And whenever we bring up the name of this one specific doctor, a lot of people in like the medical,
or like
in the medical,
the one
field
we're
here in
talking about
Indonesia,
right now.
the one that we're talking about right now, the doctor with like the three letters in his name.
Oh, that should be enough.
That is definitely
That is
enough of a
enough.
hint. The doctor with the 3 letters in his name. You talk to any doctor in the medical community here in Indonesia, they all have heard about him. They got nothing good to say. That's already like something like, yeah.
I did not know about that.
Oh no, like I found out about all of that after I went to this like 3-letter named doctor.
I thought, what have I been putting in my body?
Yeah, fan. Yeah, that's like, and you know when you read up on isotretinoin, you read up on Accutane, like the side effects of it, like girl, like they don't play. Like you could be infertile, you could be like, like what fucking ever. Like it's not garingan gitu ya. It's not something that is.
But I heard that's Accutane in general.
That is Accutane in general. No, so here's the thing. I'm not turning. I don't mean for this episode to be turning all of y'all against Accutane. Accutane has done wonders for a lot of people. It's done wonders on Shanika. It's done wonders for a lot of my friends. A lot of my friends back in the US, they take Accutane, right? The difference is just please don't pursue Accutane in Indonesia, because the difference is in Indonesia, it's not it's not legalized by the government. It's not monitored by the government. So that's why he does his shit underground, girl.
That's underground?
It's underground.
But like that's like a big building and a lot of people are there.
I think that's girl. I've been there. Like I think that's his private property. You can run anything from your private property. It's underground. Like he's not registered. It's not illegal. Like isotretinoin in Indonesia is not. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like if I'm like misspeaking here on like the facts, but I'll put like up some screenshots of like my research. But pokoknya all I know is that it's not necessarily diakui sama pemerintah here. Like the government don't really like regulate that shit, and that's why he goes underground. And why do you think it's so sketch? Like why is he not like in a
hospital?
in hospital or like in a proper like actual like clinic? You know what I mean? He does all his shit underground. And that's also why he doesn't do blood work. You're supposed to do blood work.
For acne.
For Accutane. If
For
you want to go
Accutane.
on Accutane.
Oh, okay.
Because I then found out, my friends that went on Accutane in the US, I would ask them like, what was the process on getting Accutane like? And it's like a world of a difference of like how you and I did it. Because in the US, if you want to go on Accutane, you have to do blood work. Why? They have to check, are you pregnant? That's number one. They have to check if you're pregnant. Number two, they have to check like, that's how they calculate the dosage that is right for you. It's through your blood. He didn't do that with me. He didn't do that with you either, but it worked on you. It just happened to work on you.
And like, thankfully, I was a little schoolgirl. Imagine if this was like a grown woman who was about to have a baby.
Yeah, that's also...
My sister actually got mad at me because my sister was studying medicine at the time and she knew how bad it was for me. And she's like, if you want to get pregnant, you have to stop this for like 5 years before you have a kid. Like the long-term effects are that damaging. Wow, that's so scary. I really didn't know that all about him.
It was after like I went to this doctor, shit went bad for me. I went around like, me and my mom, we would talk to so many doctors like around Jakarta. They all say the same thing. This guy is not a real doctor. He works underground. It's all like, it's black market shit. And I have no idea how the fuck his business is even still operating. Like,
neither.
A lot of people still go to him. I think a lot of people still go to him. And I really urge those of you that you know who I'm talking about. You're thinking about going to this doctor. Don't even think about it. Honestly, like just don't go.
Yeah.
I'm telling you straight up. I should not run into legal issues with this one because like
we're not mentioning them.
We're not mentioning, but
we're just giving hard clues.
But you know who I'm talking about. If you are at all thinking about going to this doctor because you were in the position where I once was, where you're so desperate to get rid of your acne, I understand, but jangan terlalu gampang terpancing, and all because like you're desperate. If you really do want to consider going on Accutane, because Accutane does work. It's not a problem with the Accutane, it's the problem with the doctor, right? But if you want to go to if you want to take the Accutane route, go to Singapore. The closest to us is Singapore. In Singapore they do blood work. Don't do it here in Indonesia. There is no other doctor in Indonesia except for this one. I think he might be the only one in all of Jakarta
who does Accutane.
I should not get into legal. I wouldn't get into legal problems because I didn't mention anybody.
Yeah.
I think he is the only doctor in Jakarta that hands out Accutane, isotretinoin. I think he's the only one. There's a damn good reason why he is the only one.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So just be careful, guys. So.
Oh, and I was also wondering then, what about people in general who want to go to a doctor? Then who would you recommend? Like without all the blood work stuff, like.
Why would you not want to get blood work for Accutane or just in general?
Just in general. Like dermatology just works.
Dermatologist. You know what's difficult is if any men are listening to this, like I went to an OBGYN. Obviously a man can't go to an OBGYN.
Yeah. I do that though.
Maybe for a man, of course, even if you're a man, go get your blood work. Like you could test your vitamin levels and like your hormone levels. But I think then don't go to an OBGYN. Go to like your maybe like GP, your general practitioner. Maybe. I don't know how it works here in Indonesia, but like back in the States, like the first line is always to just go to your GP.
So you'd say if a person right now has horrible acne and they want to find, the solution, they first go to a dermatologist, it doesn't work, and then they go to a general practitioner or an OBGYN.
I actually think,
like what's the step that you would recommend?
The step that I would recommend, okay, maybe, I'm not saying like if you get one pimple, go to the doctor and get blood work the next day. Like, no, I'm saying like if you have persistent acne, you keep getting it no matter what you do, no matter what lifestyle changes, diet changes, whatever like changes, like it does not work and you keep dealing with the issue of acne, that's when I say go to the doctor first. Stop going to the dermatologist. But if you have like one pimple, to be honest, I wouldn't stress about just one pimple. Like that's a normal human thing.
And there's like pimple patches.
Pimple patches are great. I like the one from CosRx and Kaleido Beauty. That's really nice.
Or like pimple, what is it called? Creams?
Yeah,
spot treatment.
Yeah.
Like those do work.
Oh yeah, no, and I use that every night before bed. I make sure y'all know that from my Instagram stories. When it comes to dermatology, like I think this is fair to say, dermatology works for I guess like maybe if you have bacterial acne, right? I would say like do both. I would say do both, but unless yours is like persistent, and even if after all those dermatology visits like that, it still doesn't do anything, and it keeps coming back, then that's a very good indicator that it's a hormonal or like a vitamin issue. Kayak gitu. Yeah.
Wow.
But we're speaking from like our personal experiences here.
I'm still amazed of the doctor.
Yeah. You did not know any of this, huh?
And people do go there because, sometimes I cross by that street. That is a very open street. Like,
Very.
if you don't know who we're talking about, you might imagine like this, like the back of the alley type beat. Like you have to go through like, like very tiny spaces to go there. It's like in a big road. It's like
not
where,
that ghetto.
yeah, it's like some universities are there,
Yeah.
like it's there.
Yeah. But no, talk to any actual doctor.
What
What
did they say about him?
Yeah, don't
A little freak.
Yeah, no,
operating.
He's not. It's not legit. Like his medication, like that he gives, like no, don't take that.
I thought they were just like shitting like, oh, that little freak, that little
I don't
goblin.
think they know personally, but he's very notorious at this point. Like that's also the thing. So I'm saying, guys, like just be careful. Like I really regret taking that advice from you, and I don't blame you. No, I don't blame you. But at the same time, like if that is something like I could turn back the time and like go back, like that is like the one thing in my life where I'm like, do not take Accutane. Yeah, I never really talked about how that period, I think that was like pretty much all of 2022. Like it ruined my entire 2022 almost. And just like the depression that it like puts you through. I mean, I'm sure you felt the same way when you.
Yeah, I struggled with that for like 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, that's a very long time. I think yours went on for like what, 2 to 3 years, right? Mine was like the really, really bad part was like a little less than a year. Yeah, so I guess you had it worse than me in terms of like the time span, huh?
That's also because like I was like really lost. Like there was no one to guide me. My parents are like the type of parents where like you have to figure it out. You have to find the doctor and then we'll take you to it.
That's very negligent of them, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is.
Yeah.
So I kind of had to find my own way, but I'm glad it eventually worked out, even though it's a bit tiring. And with my experience, I can hopefully help others. But I'm so sorry I did not help you. It made everything much worse.
No, it's fine. The way I try to reconcile with it is that it turned into a very valuable learning lesson that I can pass on to.
Oh, and then you can save everyone else from this doctor. Because you're probably the first patient that genuinely had the balls to go against him, especially your mom.
Yeah.
She was probably the only being that was able to battle against this guy. Because this guy was very
scary.
Yeah, he's like that scary lecturer you would have that like you don't want to go against, like the killer one,
Yeah.
And so a lot of people, they're just like, oh yeah. And I'm not the only one complaining about how he acts and how the other people in the session with you act. There have been like 2 to 3 TikToks I've seen of people complaining like, oh, this bitch was laughing at me in this one session. Like, how the heck is this happening? Like the doctor, gini.
Now he even like, he straight up gaslights you, because my mom is that type of, and I encourage everybody to like, to do this. Like when you're sitting with the doctor, like you have to ask questions. You have to.
Yeah.
Like, so my mom will constantly ask questions of like, what if this doesn't work? What if this? What if that? What if that? And he gaslights the living shit out of you of like, no, of course it's going to work. Like, do you not see like the photo evidence is right here?
Oh
and
yeah, that is gaslighting.
He gets all defensive and shit. And it's like, do you not trust? Like, I've been doing this for however many years. It's like, that is like, what the fuck? Like, even now looking back, and when I was sitting there, I think like me and my mom, we already knew in like the very bottom of our hearts that like this is not right. Like the alarms were already ringing, but we ignored it because we were so desperate. And it's hard. It's hard. And I feel like a lot of other people that were in that same room, like they felt the same way. Like we can sense that this is not like a legit doctor. A legit doctor don't behave this way. They don't. They just don't. If you're an actual scientist, you would have no problems with me like questioning like the mechanics of like how does this medication work and like the chemical components and all that type of shit. He just gets all defensive. I don't know. Like I'm conflicted because like the shit that he does, like it warrants legal repercussions. It warrants legal like intervention. I feel like the government does need to do something about this guy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to get sued. I don't think y'all can just figure it out. Y'all can figure it out. I don't think there's enough in here for me to get sued. Yeah, kan? No, right?
No.
And I'm not the only one. Like a lot of people have talked about this guy.
I'm also saying stuff too.
Yeah. So if I'm going down, you're going down with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, just don't. Like, my goodness, like that was the worst time of my life.
Oh my God. Did you ever have this moment where you're so used to your face having so much texture? The moment it started healing up, it felt weird. Like it was like, oh, my skin is smooth. Like I had that moment where my skin was getting better all of a sudden. And I was just so used to touching my really textured skin.
Pepperoni face.
Yeah, my pepperoni face. Like when it started smooth, I'm like, oh my God, this is what facial skin is supposed to feel like. This is what
feels like.
Normal skin is like. And it was so, like, it felt very good.
No, the other thing that I wanted to like open up about on camera, but also talk to you, like Indah to Shanika, Shanika to Indah, like, did you ever deal with skin dysmorphia after your whole like acne journey? Like once all the acne went away, because you spent 2 to 3 years with like severe debilitating acne. I would say, in reality, like it started the moment I moved back to Indo. Actually, no, it started like what, middle of 2020 to like end of 2022. So like, yeah, 2 years. But the really worst chunk of it was like the last year when I went on Accutane. That like made everything worse. But you know, you spent a lot of years being used to having such bad acne that when all of it went away, did you develop skin dysmorphia?
Is skin dysmorphia, like I look at my skin like, oh, it's really, really bad, but it's not that bad. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Because that's what I'm still dealing with now.
Oh, actually don't, because maybe you healed very quickly, so maybe you would develop a dysmorphia, but mine was a very slow process.
It's a gradual thing.
So it was very slow. Me having so much acne to not, because like for it to heal, I still had a lot of scarring. I still had redness. And then from the redness and then the craters, I had to get microneedling. And from microneedling, I needed to find skincare that fits my face more. So it was all a gradual, long process. So until now, I'm literally just so glad my skin didn't look like what it was in 2018.
Yeah.
So anything my skin is now, I'm just like, couldn't be that bad. It couldn't be as bad as it was. The worst thing I got, oh my God. I actually went to Dr. quite recently, not that recently.
The censor, but yes.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. Go on.
So 1.5 years ago, I went to the doctor again because for some reason I had really bad acne here. And in the picture, I can show you here as well, there's still marks of it. So it was like a beard of acne. And I was like, what the hell? And my boyfriend was already like pointing out, I was like, babe, are you okay? Like there's like a lot of marks here. I was like, okay, I'm going to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
I went to the doctor again.
The one that we were just talking about.
Yeah. And then, I took the Accutane once or twice. It was okay. But I actually just put on the cream more. The cream. Like, he gave you a day cream, right?
Creams you have to put in the fridge.
For some reason, this cream... I actually did not put it in the fridge. I still have it right now. I'm going to throw them away. It made my skin, like, scaling. Lupas. It did for you too?
Yes.
For some reason, it didn't do that like way back then. Or like I was like on a whole different skin scale. But for some reason, it made it like peel. Like it kept peeling. And then like I had to go to a halodoc.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, help, what the hell? And then they had to give me like these creams to really hydrate. I actually bring them and I use them until now. One of them. But yeah, that was actually like my last experience with them. I almost forgot I went there.
Right.
And ever since then, I'm like, you know what? Fuck this guy. So I never went there again. I never really talked about him. Like, you were the last person I recommended him to.
Yeah. And it's very, you know, when you think about it, creams that make your skin shed, there's probably like a lot of exfoliating going on, like a chemical exfoliation. When really, like, when you have acne, I'm pretty sure, I take this with a grain of salt just because, like, of course, we're not dermatologists.
Yeah.
But, like, when it comes to healing acne, in my experience, it works the best like when you're hydrating it, not stripping it all away of like all its oil and making it so dry that it like peels off. Like no, when you're hydrating it, that's the way the quick is. It's when I like lather on the moisturizer and like calming ingredients, like hydrating ingredients, hyaluronic acid, niacinamide. You know what I mean? Ceramide. That's when it like it goes away.
Yeah.
And it goes away without it having to like hurt you in the process. It goes away without your skin having to like fucking peel. I thought your fucking body, you know?
Yeah, it's like kind of like how life goes. Like if you treat something, if you kind of treat something like
It's a profound metaphor to be extracted from all of this.
yeah, it's like if you treat something nicely and gently,
Yeah.
it'll like grow beautifully. It'll be nice.
Yeah. Yeah. It heals a lot smoother.
Yeah.
Yeah, the healing process is a lot smoother when you're just like kind and gentle towards it versus like being abrasive.
But also, I was kind of stupid using it because you're only supposed to use it literally on the exact dot.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, and then like it just peeled off, and it was kind of like eczema.
Yeah.
In a way.
Psoriasis type shit.
Yeah, really, really bad.
Yeah. Yeah. But like when I don't know, I have so much like I want to vent about how like that time period like really just ruined my life and like killed my entire like self-esteem. And like, you know, that's the hard part about like talking about acne. Acne is not just physical, man. Like it's not just like, of course it's a physical condition, but like the mental and emotional turmoil that it takes on you and like how it just like ruins your self-esteem forever. You felt that way too.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not the only one. I'm not just being sensitive here, right? Overly sensitive.
No. That is 100% valid because people like started making fun of me, my peers in high school. And like, of course, like my face was so bad. Oh, and this is also an extra. I used foundation in high school for school.
Oh, you started young.
Yeah, because you know I was really into the Western stuff, and I thought, oh my god, my acne is so bad. I just want to cover it, but you're not supposed to do that. Foundation is so heavy, and it makes it so much worse. So that's also what made it really worse. Oh, I had so much to learn. I really wished at the time someone was able to teach me, but I had to discover all this on myself, and it was to the point where this guy, we were talking a few months before it went really bad. And then like he kind of like stopped talking to me, and then like he reached out to me again. And then like he saw how bad my acne was. The next day he ghosted me, bro.
Yeah.
So it ruins like
Everything.
yeah.
Everything. What I want to do in this episode too is to talk about the stigma that comes with acne and how, you know, like when you have a lot of acne, like you feel dirty.
Yeah. And you look at everyone else and they're like, what's it like to have normal skin again? Like you just lose touch with having a normal skin.
Yeah. I feel like that's a very common experience for those of us that are either currently struggling or have struggled with, I wouldn't say mild acne so much. I think mild, when you're on the mild side, it might still be like okay, but it's more like moderate to severe acne. Like that's when you start feeling it of like, you feel so dirty and unwanted. And when you do the research, a lot of that, we feel that way because that is how people treat us in real life. And whether or not you might be aware of it, but there is sort of like this built-in cultural programming to discriminate against those that have acne. And I was doing research about it, and it's fucking crazy. Like there's this one survey from MD Edge. I'll put it up on screen, and I'll do citations like down below in the description for anybody that want to read this. But acne stigma persists across social and professional settings. Like you literally, like not even just like the social discrimination, like you got bullied a lot by like your friends and everything, but even just like professionally, like Daerah, like if you do the research, you're less likely to get a job. You're less likely to get hired because you have acne. And there's even like research that shows how people don't even want to be friends with you if you have acne. I'm quoting from the MD Edge survey here. Where is it? With regard to social distance, survey participants were significantly less comfortable being friends with people with severe acne compared to those who did not have acne. Compared with people without acne, participants also reported significantly less comfort in hiring somebody with severe acne. And then with regard to common acne stereotypes, survey participants also rated individuals with severe acne as significantly more likely than those without acne to have poor hygiene and to be unattractive, unintelligent, unlikable, immature, and trustworthy. The immature and unintelligent part is the one that like really like, oh, and untrustworthy. Like I think those were the three like that I read from this survey that I was like, oh yeah. Like I didn't think it was like it would be that bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. Like to think that somebody is like less trustworthy just because they have acne, but it's like this psychological programming that's been ingrained by like our culture too. I don't know. I don't know if it's like a biological thing. Like if
I think it's just
biological.
I think it's just the halo and horn effect.
What's that?
Halo effect is if someone looks good, you then attribute everything else to her being good, her or him being good, or they.
Oh yeah. It's
And the horn effect, like, let's say they also have like really bad acne or they're morbidly obese. You see those characters first, and then you're like, oh, they're probably a lazy person. They're probably a really bad person. So that's the halo effect. That's the horn effect.
Yeah.
And usually in jobs and stuff, as bad as it is, of course, I kind of get to a certain point that let's say it's a customer service job.
yeah.
You probably want someone who has a more presentable face
Right.
that's like even and like it won't distract the customers. And it's just, it kind of makes sense that they think it's less hygienic because these people don't know how to take care of their face, which means other people probably would attribute it to they don't know how to take care of the rest of their body. So I could kind of see why. But yeah, I am kind of surprised that it's that extreme.
It's very, very.
But I could understand it to a certain extent.
And
it really sucked being in that position.
it really sucked. And like, like we're not saying this to the detriment of those of you that are currently struggling in that department. We've been there. We've done that. We've been on the receiving end of people, treat us, view us differently, all because we had acne. Right? And it was the stigma that really persists across society. I think the biggest one is like the whole narrative of like, oh, you're unclean, you're unhygienic. When you so much of it focuses on this narrative of like, oh, if you have really bad acne, oh pasti orangnya kotor, kurang like higienis kayak gitu. But in actuality, when you do the research, so much of acne, first of all, if I'm not mistaken, because I've done content on this, if I'm not mistaken, acne is the number 8 most common skin disease in the world. And I think some high like percentage of people in the world, like of course are going to have acne. Like it's a very common skin disease that you find. And a good chunk of why people get acne is usually hormonal. It's not all, it's of course there's bacterial acne, but oh God. And like, I should have come more prepared with like research, but like, I'm trying to like remember from like back when I like the shit that I like was reading, a big bulk of acne cases are hormonal. It's not bacterial. Bacterial does exist, but most of it is a hormonal thing. And so it's like, it doesn't align with this narrative that a lot of people internalize of like, oh, if you have acne, it means you're dirty. Like, no, it just means your hormones are like fucked. Yeah.
I agree. But also I think it's just in general, if you have anything wrong physically, I think society will,
do you think that's like a biological, like ingrained in us as like,
it is,
right? Yeah.
And 100% is because we are trying to like, I know like this sounds like too traditional, but like we're trying to find the best mate biologically.
Yeah.
So like when you look at someone who's more good looking, maybe stronger, like all these like good qualities, you'd want to have that as a partner. So you seek for that.
Yeah.
And for those who don't have those qualities, you don't want those. So it is actually biologically ingrained in us. And I think I watched that from a Cove's video or other like beauty videos because I'm quite interested in like studying these things because I know people are saying like, oh, beauty is subjective, it doesn't matter.
No, there's a science to beauty.
There is actually a science to beauty.
But it's just, there are a lot of things about beauty that is biologically hardwired in us. And the philosophical question that I often contemplate on is, well, just because we are biologically hardwired in a certain way to perceive somebody in a certain way, if they have acne, if they're disabled, if they're, they look like Hunchback of Notre Dame, right? But, I think it's a very poor excuse for anybody that maybe might make this excuse of, well, because we're biologically hardwired that way and that's just how it is. Like, no, I think like the full purpose of, you think of like religion, you think of studying philosophy, like there's part of like being human is to fight your monkey brain is what I'm trying to say, right? Do you get it?
I understand.
I'm just kind of like rambling philosophically here, but you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Right? Of like
just because it's wired in us doesn't mean we have to like completely follow it. Yeah. Or like be like biased or like be very mean like people towards people who have acne and stuff.
The hard work that you have to do is realize that, okay, fine, even if my monkey brain is looking at somebody with like, their pepperoni face, right? Like they have like the most debilitating, like most severe acne I've ever seen, right? And my monkey brain maybe does like come with all these like built-in prejudice, like like seeing that. But the hard work that I have to do as somebody who I think I would consider myself a good person, so I have to fight against what my monkey brain is saying. That I have to be able to treat this person the same way that I treat you, somebody with no acne.
Yeah.
Right. And that's, I guess, like,
especially in the state of professionalism.
especially like professionalism, but also just like for the sake of like human compassion. I think, you know what I mean? Like I want to live in a world where like, yeah, professionalism is important, but I think just like to have compassion for
Other
people that we are biologically programmed to be adverse against. Like we have to work past that, you know?
But I agree that should be in general, not just towards people with acne.
Yeah,
because of course, like there's other stuff that kayak gondok, you know, like there's like other physical other than acne, there's also like physical deformities. There's other things that could alter your face to not make it look how general humans are supposed to look. And that would always create a bias. But I do agree in your message that these biases shouldn't make us treat them any less human, and we should have more compassion either way.
Yeah. And nobody talks about any of this when it comes to acne, you know? Whenever like the conversation of acne comes up, it's usually the opportunity for all these like skincare brands to like market themselves of like, oh, my product like cures acne and everything. But it's so rare to listen to the other side of acne that doesn't just focus on it being like a physical deformity that you need to fix, but also just like the mental and emotional turmoil that it takes on you, and how like what I was mentioning with like dealing with bless you.
Sorry.
So like dealing with skin dysmorphia, like that's been something that I've been dealing with even up until now, where I'm scared to look at myself in the mirror.
Oh.
Because in my head, I am so used to the image of me back when I had really bad acne. And I'm scared that when I'm about to look at myself in the mirror, that I'm going to see that same image. Even though like my skin's fine.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
I think it's because you haven't spent a long time enough with your new skin.
Maybe, but I wonder, like, that's why I wanted to talk to you. And, you know, if anybody else listening to this, like, maybe you want to comment down below, like, if that's I can't be the only one.
No, I actually felt that awal-awalnya.
Awal-awalnya, yeah.
But then again, after a long time, I got used to this normal face. Now it's my new norm because I've had this skin for 4 years now. Yeah, I had this skin for like that long.
Wow.
So I'm already used to it.
Yeah.
It takes a while.
Yeah. Mine is, I guess, still relatively new. Like,
Yeah.
mine was like only like about a year or two.
So that's still understandable and that's very normal. I was also scared that it's like, oh, this is gonna pop up, or like, oh, this is gonna be worse again. Like I had those fears.
Maybe, but sometimes I can't tell the difference between like, is it a skin dysmorphia issue that I'm dealing with now because of like, it's that trauma, is that like lowercase t trauma of back when I used to have severe acne, or is it because I feel this incessant need to always have perfect skin and that it's like the end of the world if I don't have perfect skin? Do you know?
So you feel that extremeness right now?
I can't tell which one it is. That's what I'm trying to say. Like I have this fear of like getting in front of the mirror and checking myself out barefaced because I'm scared of like what my skin is going to look like.
So you do your makeup like tutup mata.
This is going to sound kind of ridiculous. Not tutup mata, but I stand at a distance far enough where I can't see myself. I'm like,
you can't like see the details.
I can't see the details, so that it's like a bit of a blur. Because I'm like that scared. And I've never opened up about this before, but my mom always not gets mad, but she'd come into my room, or like, you know, I'd be in the bathroom, for example, or I'd be in my room and it's dark, the lights are off. And especially in the bathroom, like you kind of think of it, like if you go to the bathroom, you want it to be well lit because you want to see yourself in the mirror, but I don't. And my mom, she would catch me in the bathroom and she'd be like, kenapa sih kamu kalau di kamar mandi selalu lampunya dimatiin kayak gitu? And I don't know how to communicate with my mother that like it's because I don't want to look at myself in the mirror. And like that's still like a thing that I deal with now. It comes in waves. Some days are like better than others for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe I just wake up on the wrong side, like right side of the bed that day.
But you were also shooting content that time, so you also had to see yourself on camera and on laptop screens.
Yeah.
How did that go?
It depends on like, well, right now I have makeup on, right? Right now I have makeup on. That's fine. If I get in front of the camera barefaced, I'm not saying that I can't get in front of the camera, like I can't see myself on the screen. Like it's not that debilitating. It's not that bad. It's more so like I have to get past the hurdle of like that first few seconds of seeing myself. And then once I see myself, then that's when it sinks in. Oh yeah, I don't have my old skin where like I look like a fucking pepperoni pizza. I have like really bad acne and I look fucking horrible. Like I've passed that. Like this is actually fine. And then it's fine. But every day it's that same fear. It's the fear. Like I'm able to do it, but I'm just scared of like seeing myself. So that's what I've been dealing with that like forever. And I just wanted to like, one, get it off my chest, two, get feedback from people in the sense like if anybody else is dealing with this, because I swear this is not normal.
No, I think it's normal because like you healed really quickly and you just spent only a bit of time with this new skin. Like it hasn't been like 1, 2, 3 years yet, no?
Yeah, no, not that long. Yeah,
I think after a while it'll settle in, but at first for me it was also a bit like I had that fear that's gonna come back.
Shock, right?
Yeah, and then like I look back and I'm like, oh, okay. Atau tiba-tiba ada yang muncul lagi, and then like it would also be like severe as me as well. But for yours, that is a bit extreme. But then again, your face was really, really extreme as well.
Yeah. Funny enough, like with you, is it that if you get acne now, if you get more than average, like you start freaking out because you're scared that you regress back to that? Is that the thing with you or no?
When I had it down here, I was like freaked out, but I wasn't like, ah.
Okay.
But nothing could beat the contour acne. Like I had blush and contour built in, but just texture.
Oh my God.
It's just, I believe it wouldn't be that bad because that was caused by me being very, very nasty to my skin.
Your face, yeah.
And now I have like a very gentle way of dealing with my face.
When you were, maybe not while you were going through, actually, maybe while you were going through acne and maybe a little bit after you kind of got out of that acne phase and you were starting to heal, did you also deal with something that I've always struggled with was this voice inside my head that was always saying like, once my acne clears up, then I will do this and then I'll be able to do that. You know what I mean? Like you're always putting your life on hold because you have acne. Did you go through that?
Yeah, of course. I think that's all. I mean,
that's everybody, huh?
I think that's also valid with other things like maybe when when my hair is a certain color, it'll look better with this outfit, like that type of thing. There'll always be other things.
The other day I posted on my Instagram story a photo of Riley Reid. And of her like going like this. And you know her body snatched as shit, man. Like she's hot as fuck. And like I posted on my Instagram story, like once my body looks like this, it's over for all of you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I guess that's valid in every person, not just when it comes to acne. But at the time, I did also think like, oh, when my acne goes away, someone will finally love me. Because that guy,
But I think...
But then again, he regretted it a few years after. Huh? No.
Before him, right?
Way before him.
Okay,
way before.
All right. But yeah, true. You do that with everything. I've carried forward, I don't know about you, I've carried forward this really bad habit of putting my life on pause when my skin is not perfect.
Because it's a visual thing. I would understand why.
I really think like I definitely have some like lasting like lowercase t trauma from like that whole acne thing. Like it really like, it's psychologically like it's done something to me. I've carried forward this incessant need to now have absolutely perfect skin. Otherwise, I don't want to, like the simple things like film content. I'm kind of embarrassed to say, but it is the God honest truth. Like there have been times where I don't want to film content despite the ability to, despite the availability in my schedule to. And it's like, cause I'm like tripping over my skin.
Which is fair because filming is a mental thing.
It really is.
Like how are you going to present on camera if you're very insecure about your face or like you're not feeling good about yourself?
It's just because it's at that point, sometimes with me, and again, I don't know whether you experience this, but it's like, I know it's not rational because my skin, like there's no such thing as perfect skin. I know that. We all know that, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, if I have one pimple, and the weird thing about me is that sometimes it fluctuates. Like sometimes I think I wake up on like the good side of like on the right side of my bed where I'm psychologically able to like deal with stuff like that, and then other days where I can't. So there are days when like I have one pimple here, but it don't look that bad. I can get over it. And then other days where it's like the same level of severity of like any other pimple that I've ever had, and it's really not that bad. It's just like one, or like I have like an acne scar, like a hyperpigmentation or whatever, and it's just I can't get over it, and it's just so inconsistent with me, and it's annoying as shit, man. Yeah, just like that feeling of you have to put your life on pause until you have like the perfect something.
Yeah.
And it's easier said than done, because it's easy for us to get on camera and be like, no guys, don't feel that way. Get in front of the camera now. Film that skincare endorsement, even if like your face is fucked from like all this acne, and like your face hurts, because acne hurts. Like really bad.
It hurts. Yeah. Perih juga.
Very.
It stings.
Yeah. It's easier said than done. Like I want to encourage people to like not put their life on pause just because you don't have perfect skin. And at the same time, it's so hard. And especially now.
What would you define putting life on pause? Like, let's say if they want to put it on pause to go on vacation, I think that might be valid if they want to take photos during vacation.
I'm talking like, girl, I didn't leave the house all of 2022 when I was dealing with all of like, post-Accutane debauchery that was going on. Girl, I didn't leave the house. You barely saw me in 2022, and there's a reason for that. I did not want to leave the house. I isolated myself. I didn't want to video call any of my friends, even though a lot of my friends like wanted a video call. I was like so ashamed to like show my face like to the world. My mom didn't want me leaving the house. My mom didn't want to see like her daughter looking fucking, like botch like that,
I covered my face with masker dulu, like 2018. Before COVID, I already used a mask, but that was like to cover it up. Yeah. It was shameful, but it was the opposite for me. Like I still had to get things done. I still had to go to my lessons. I still needed to do errands and stuff.
Right. And I understand. Like I think for some people,
but it's like, just uncomfortable doing them. And if I had the choice to avoid doing stuff, I would have.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing with me is I had a choice, right? I was like, for the most part, like I was already like self-employed. But at that point I was like unemployed because I couldn't even do work. That's the thing. Like I didn't leave the house. I couldn't do work. So much of my work involves me getting in front of the camera. The reason why like it was so hard to get TIGS up and running like back in 2022. This show really only started kicking up like last year when you really think about it. Because all of 2022 I was dealing with that, and like I couldn't get in front of the camera. And sometimes it's for valid reasons where like my face hurts so bad because it was just really, really bad. That's a valid reason, right? But then like, past the point where it stops hurting and like things start drying up and like it's just acne scars, but it's just like I can't face myself like that. You know what I mean? And I'm sure a lot of people listening to this, like they relate to that. I'm sure you relate to that, of just like the psychological turmoil like it takes on you.
It does.
Yeah. And I mean, what do you even say to that?
Yeah, no, because then again, it's a mental thing. So I would just suggest to people to not be dicks to people who have acne, and for those who are struggling it, I think you can go easy on yourself and know that it will get better. It's just now you might have to look into getting into a doctor or getting into a dermatologist.
Yeah.
And that, it's also, it's okay to have acne, but it's also better if you fix it.
Right.
Because it's also like it's a disease.
That's the thing that I feel like often gets overlooked. It's like we're so used to viewing acne through this lens of like it being aesthetics. It's an aesthetic thing when really it's a medical thing.
Yeah, it's a medical thing because it's a disease. I think you need to get it healed.
Right. Do you still feel like it's a common thing for people to like make fun of people on the internet if like they have imperfect skin?
No. I think people already know that's like a disease thing now.
No, but at the same time, it's really hard to gauge because, in reality, most content creators and influencers and all that, they use skin filters. And that's also what's like that's kind of what, in my opinion, tips off the balance. Like,
of reality.
I have a very strong, like a personal value of mine is to always, be honest. And one way I do that is this is my honest skin, right? That's a value that I won't compromise. But it's so hard when I'm dealing with like all these psychological issues that come with it because like I mean, yeah, like the psychological aspects. And I'm out here basically against all of these content creators and influencers that on screen they look like they have the most perfect skin. And it makes it feel like if I put myself out there with, this current skin condition of mine, it makes it feel like I'm the only one dealing with it. You know what I mean?
I understand.
And it's like from like the outsider point of view, from like the audience point of view, it might be like, well, why does like, like Shanika, Luna, or everybody else, like, like how I'm like when they're on camera, like they have perfect skin. And like it's always just Indah with like her pimply face.
Has anyone ever said that?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh no. I've gotten like a lot of really mean DMs, and it's always the DMs. I swear to God, like because I think they know that if you comment that in public, there are gonna be people that like come at you for that one because it's rude as shit. But they always go through the DMs.
That's also such a weird observing. Like that's such a weird thing to observe.
Well,
that like
the pimple
that like you only have pimples. Like why are your friends? Oh, don't all have pimples?
Yeah.
I think because I was that person as well.
What you would judge people of like?
No. I was a person who the only one who had acne, and everyone else didn't.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Even though when you look at the numbers, that's factually incorrect because acne is the most common skin disease. So it's like literally like.
No. I mean, as bad as I did.
Oh, okay. As bad as you did, maybe in your circle, yeah, maybe
In my circle.
I mean, same with me. Like in my circle, it's like like I'll have my girlfriends that deal with like the occasional like hormonal acne, like on their periods. But with me, it's like fucking pepperoni face, and it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. But looking back, what support did you wish you received throughout your acne journey from like your friends, family, lovers that you didn't?
I really wish my parents cared more because they literally just saw it as me being less hygienic, it's like a hormonal thing until it got really, really bad and I had to beg for it. I'm telling you, I had to beg for it. And then my dad finally went
for like medical
like, yeah, please take me to the doctor. Like, please do something about this. This is not normal. And like my mom was really mad, kayak kamu buang-buang duit lagi. And like it felt like I was also like this financial burden. Padahal skincare kan juga nggak mahal-mahal banget anjing.
Yeah, skincare doesn't have to be that expensive.
Yeah, there's affordable skincare. I really wish I had the support and knowledge.
Yeah.
I wish like I had someone like your mom who told me to wear SPF earlier or told me to wear toners or serums.
Yeah.
And for friends, thankfully I had a few friends that don't mind it.
So understanding.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
And at the time, I wasn't in front of the cameras, so I didn't have it as bad as you, where my life depended on my looks yet.
Yeah.
But if you were to, let's say tomorrow I wake up with that acne again, my life would be over for now.
Yeah. Like you'd have to put your career on pause.
Because
you're modeling now. Would having acne that bad, I wanted to ask as well, would having acne that bad hinder you from your modeling career?
Actually, once I had another model shoot with me, and she actually had really bad acne at the time. But I don't know, it just went well. I guess as long as it's not beauty.
What was she? Runway.
No, we were both doing for clothing, and she had really bad acne. Like she had, I don't know if it was red because I came a bit late, so they were already doing her makeup.
Yeah.
But when
the texture.
Yeah. But the texture was there, and she was still able to model. But I would still be very upset because, I'm just gonna say I don't feel like incredibly beautiful. So if I feel like I have acne, that just shoots me off. Like it just puts me at such a huge disadvantage. But this girl that I was saying like she has acne, even though she had all that texture in her face, she still looked like Kendall Jenner, bro. So I'm like,
Right. Like, I mean, this is common knowledge, right? Like Kendall Jenner, like she had really
she also had a really bad acne.
Yeah. No, I commend her for like even like speaking up about that because honestly, sometimes like talking about these issues, I feel like maybe you and I were just like, maybe we have like thicker skin and maybe we don't care as much as like we don't care as much about the public opinion, but a lot of people like it's hard to open up about things like this and to show those old photos. Yeah, because like I get it. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Kayak membuka aib banget gitu. Rasanya. Like I kind of get it, but I've had to like I do the right thing by like I do what I know is the right thing, and it's to push past those feelings because I know that what
I'm so proud of you for that.
Thank you. Oh, and I wanted to ask, like, what happens? So when you're on set, like you're modeling, you're on set, and you're having a bad skin day, like, how do you work past that?
Makeup.
That helps.
But there was one time where my lips are really chapped. And that was a skin issue. And I felt like shit for it. Because the photographer was like a famous photographer.
Okay.
That has done modeling stuff with actual professional, like really like top models, top celebrities. Yeah. And it made me feel like shit that like my skin was like really dry. And like it wasn't as perfect. And I also have really bad sebaceous filaments actually. So if you think my skin looks okay, like that's the only skin struggle I'm going through right now. And it looks like this close up. Hold on, I also show. So I have really bad clogged pores. Like, you know, the things on your nose, they're actually not blackheads, but like a lot of sebaceous filaments like this. This is my nose right now.
Yeah,
I'm covering makeup.
You got chunky pores.
Yeah, so now I'm trying to deal with it I'll show you later in my skincare bag. A lot of people say this one product works, but I've only used it for a few days. And this actually got a bit better. It was actually a lot worse before. So that's the only skin problem I'm dealing with. And MUAs have pointed that out to me. Like, oh, girl, you need to...
Damn, MUAs, you really don't got to do that. Like, we know what's wrong with our face. You really don't got to point it out. That's the thing. Like, okay, I hate it when people point out the flaws on our face as if we don't know it already. It's like we don't want to go, like, I'm at like the store, I'm at Sephora or something. It's like, kakak lagi jerawatan ya? Yeah, no shit, I know that. I know that. You didn't have to say that to me. I don't know that.
Can you imagine if you just said no? It's like, this is just SFX makeup.
No, these are artificial pimples. I'm like, my goodness, like just, no, and you know what? Real talk, like half of the struggle with acne is just dealing with people that are constantly like judging you for it, constantly reminding you of it, and like people that are also constantly coming up to you, like providing all of these solutions that as if you've never tried them before. Like, have you tried drinking enough water?
Yeah.
I will slap you. Because I understand that people are just trying to be helpful.
Yeah.
But it's like, bitch, I'm not dumb. I know what a fucking pimple cream is. Like, I'm not uneducated. I don't live under a rock. I know what pimple patches are. I know this. I know that. You know what I mean? But sometimes, like, what I really caution a lot of people listening to this right now, sometimes, like, I get it. You're trying to be helpful, but it just comes across as really condescending. It really does.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Son. Yeah, no, I understand. I also feel that same way.
Yeah. And it's just, also, please know your time and place. Like, tahu diri dikit, you know what I mean? Like, I've had friends that tell me that their bosses would like point out the fact that they're breaking up like at work, and it's like, bro, be professional. Just stupid ass.
I wonder if it's like just how is it called again? Like a biological thing, and just to point out like the obvious. Like they just want to address the elephant in the room for them. Like for them, like like they just want to point things out.
And it could be that. I think it's more so of like a cultural thing for some reason. Like Indonesians, like they tend to do that.
They like to point out things more like, kamu gendutan ya.
Sekarang. Kamu kok sekarang jerawatan? Kok dulu kulitnya putih, sekarang kamu jadi hitam.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Just shut up.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. Shut up.
Worry about your broken marriage, Karen.
How's your sex life going, Kevin?
Okay, so another thing is hair. Another problem I like to have is hair. And I have wavy hair like you.
Yes.
We have curly hair. And like there's a certain way we take care of it. We have to give it product for it to bounce and stuff.
Yep, we do this.
Yeah, we scrunch. And we need to have a lot of moisture. And like one day I walked into this set and they're like, oh, why'd you put product in your hair? I'm like, oh, it's because I have wavy hair. I was like, no, like during these things, you're supposed to leave your hair like fresh, like without any product whatsoever. And then like, you know, they do my hair, they try to curl it, tie it up, whatever. And then I took the photos. The photographer was like, no, I don't like it. Wash your hair. Because the products on my hair gave it some weight and it didn't give the look that the photographer wanted. So this was a very like detailed photographer, which actually I respect. I really like photographers and teams who know what they're doing.
Right.
But it was just jadi nggak enak banget gitu loh.
Right.
Like anything physically wrong with me puts me at such a bad mood during a photo shoot.
Yeah, I can see how it like would
such a horrible mood.
Really affect your performance.
Because this is my job and like I'm not doing good at it. Like you feel like this sense of like oh my God, they could have gotten a much better model than me. Gue ngerepotin banget. Like all of these things, they exist. And I can't imagine if you have severe acne, you'd feel much more replaceable. So that's what I feel. Even with just minor things like my hair, my lip, and like sometimes like a bit of acne, but that's usually kind of fine. But I really can't imagine people who are dealing with like severe acne and they're in the modeling industry.
Any model right now, like the model that you were referencing, like I don't know who you are, but you doing a good job. That could not be me. That really could not be me. And I want to ask you something, you know, from one curly hair sister to another. I don't know if I'm talking out of my ass here, but I feel like whenever I look at a lot of your modeling shoots, it's either your hair is straightened or they put your hair in like a tight bun, but the texture is always like straight hair. I never see you modeling with your natural curly hair.
Here's the thing, yeah?
Spill the tea, mama. I gotta hear it.
A lot of people don't really know how curly hair texture works. And in one of these photo shoots,
Let it out.
they were like, her hair is like this, but the client wants it like this. Can you straighten it first? Can you like straighten it? And then they straighten it and put it in a bun. And then suddenly, you know, the client's like, I actually really like her hair in the beginning. Can you make that happen again? What the fuck do you mean? Can you make that happen again? And it's like, oh no, we ruined it. And then like, okay. And then they always go for, okay, let's just curl it again. So I have artificial curls then.
And it's not the same.
It's not the same. And I was like, and then sometimes they're like, oh no, I still don't like it. Can we get back to the beginning? If you wanted me back to the beginning, I have to wash my hair and I have to scrunch these products back again.
Yeah.
These products, like, they have to be loved gently. They have to be given moisture, just like the face.
You gotta, and we don't brush.
Yeah,
We
no.
don't brush hair. We do this, okay?
And
we need curling cream, and you let it air dry. Oh my God, no, because I do want to talk about that from one curly hair sister to another, and I know there are a lot of curly haired bitches listening to this right now, and you can relate because I'm telling you, Indonesian society has something against curly haired bitches like us, man. Like,
And curly hair is so beautiful. It's so good. I'm so lucky to have curly hair. I actually struggled for the first 18 years of my life. I mean, can you imagine?
because you want to straight hair.
Can you imagine? I had acne and I had like hair dysmorphia, bro. I was severely like depressed.
Bitch, I'm like, no, because I swear all of us curly haired girls, like we've gone through that phase of
And
like,
some of us didn't even know we had curly hair. Did you? I didn't know.
what the fuck you mean you did it?
Because I thought I just had very damaged ngembang hair.
Oh ya ampun. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and because like people at salons, they would be like, ini butuh di smoothing. And then there was a moment where I did get smoothing and then my hair would grow curly here and then smoothing and it looked so weird.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh my God, my hair is so damaged. And at one point before I entered uni, there was a period of time where I wanted to go bald to fix my hair. But then...
On God save. I wanted to pull up Britney Spears.
Yeah, and then like one day I discovered there was like an Indonesian YouTuber actually was like, oh, any beginning products about curly hair. And I still use one of those products until now. It's the Pantene Strong and Curly. I still use that to leave.
That's what you use?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's cheap, it's widely available, and it works. It's not supposed to be leave on conditioner, but this girl said it's okay.
Okay.
Still use it until now, it's good. And oh my God, that changed my life.
The day you start embracing your
curly hair. But it takes a while for it to be this bouncy. So at first my waves were very loose.
That's also the next to Accutane. The other biggest regret of my life was when I was 13 years old and aku rambutnya dibonding lurus.
Smoothing.
Smoothing.
Me too. That was also one of my regrets.
Lurus. You know, my hair used to be curly all the way up to the root, and it used to be a lot curlier. Like I'm talking like curlier than now. And now, I don't know if it's because like obviously I have long hair, the weight pulls it down, and I think maybe that's why it's like straighter up here.
Oh, and if you actually want some curl up here, the trick I do to get this is get a lot of layers.
Yeah, get a lot of layers. And also like I spend a lot of time, I crunch it like up here. I crunch it up here, hold, and I keep doing it, you know. But I think it's also because my hair is like really long and like it pulls. But I swear like my curls have not been the same ever since I was 13 years old, because I fell into the trap of I wanted straight hair like every other girl. So
Yeah,
bad.
me too.
Because everybody, including my mother, made me feel so bad about having curly hair. And no, I've never actually like talked about this, but like something that I'm dealing with right now from my mother that is like super, super hurtful. My mom is always like criticizing my hair, and she would always look at me and she would always go, "Kamu kenapa rambutnya kayak nggak pernah sisir?" And it's like,
Well, I don't have a bob, man.
no, and it's sometimes I look at her and I'm like, you do realize I got this hair texture from your mom, right? Because my mom has straight hair, but I got my curly hair from my grandma. And you know when and how she started saying all that? One of my big controversies at this point, you can't really keep up. I had like a gigantic controversy where like people were leaving a lot of hate comments, and a lot of those hate comments were about my hair. Of like, lain kali sisiran dulu mbak sebelum bacot gitu. They would leave a lot of hate comments about my hair. My mom would see those because obviously my mom knew what was going on.
And then she used those against you.
She
Oh my
repeats the same shit
God.
and she would tell me, kamu tuh ya kenapa rambutnya kayak nggak pernah sisiran, sampai orang-orang suka komen di video-videonya lo. It's been a while since anybody's commented that. But she repeats it over and over and over again because I know she's just trying to make me feel bad so that I make my hair look like what in her opinion is like presentable hair. But no, mom, this is like my natural hair.
Wait, actually, I was gonna say your hair looks better than mine. Like it's like
Like, oh, shut up.
no. Like, sorry, I had to put on my glasses. But like, apa namanya? I have much more frizz than you. You have actually more controlled hair, and your hair actually looks more moisturized than mine. It's just I have a lot of foam. I use a lot of foam.
I can tell you use a lot of product because my hair looks like that when I use a lot of products. Like I'm barely using any.
But yours look more tame than mine. In all honesty,
I guess like mine is a little bit smoother than yours, but that's because you got more product in than me.
no. Usually, if I use that much amount of product, mine still gets poofier. So yours is actually more moisturized.
I'm having a good hair day today. I'm having a good hair day. Like some days it'd be freezing up, but like I'm having a good hair day, you know. But still, like, this is also turning into a conversation of like the struggle of being curly-haired girls in Indonesia. Like, goodness,
And having acne on top of that.
and having acne.
I didn't. When I was having acne, I did not know I had curly hair yet. So this was also kind of recent.
You know what's so funny is that I think you did this. I think you were the same way where kita dulu catokan mulu.
Yeah, that's what damaged my hair and what got me to want to be bald.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe my hair wasn't that damaged, but like, you know, we've been through the phase of like every day, like straightening our hair.
My sister is still doing that.
Your sister still doing that?
My sister has curly hair like me.
That's bad.
But she's been doing that forever. And like, I told her like, hey, you know, curly hair is actually really nice, right? I was like, no, I want to look like a basic bitch. She literally said that.
The struggle is, this is like where I have like a little room of like understanding for your sister, because I know your sister's in the medical field, she's a doctor. And the thing is, like here in Indonesia, having curly hair is associated with being unprofessional, and it's like viewed as being messy. And like,
Really?
yes, I get that comment from my mother and everybody else on the internet all the time. It's like, why don't you brush your hair? Why is your hair so messy? My hair is not messy. Just say you have a fucking problem with curly haired girls like me. When did you start embracing your curly hair?
2020.
2020? I think mine was like, nah, you beat me to it. Like I started embracing mine like probably like beginning of 2022, when I just like going through like the whole acne journey, and like I was just introspecting a lot of like just introspecting a lot on like my physique. But also, I'm not gonna lie, it's also because I got lazy, because I would like have to chop off every single day.
No, and in all honesty, I also got too lazy because like, what the heck? I'm wasting all this time
Right.
to just like.
No, but you know what's so interesting? When you were telling the story of how you were on set and you show up with your natural curly hair, and then they made you straighten it, and then they were like, oh,
And then
the
they
original was
curl it
better.
again,
And
yeah.
then they curl it again. And it's so hard because we live in a time where beauty standards are always telling us like what's wrong with us and what we can do better. But like your natural form is what suits you the best,
Yes. I completely agree.
right? Like I don't think you've seen me with straight hair. Have you?
Dulu nggak sih?
Dulu.
Yeah.
You see me with straight hair. I don't think I look bad, but doesn't this look so much better?
Yeah.
Doesn't this just look like
Okay, it's already meant to be because it's you.
yeah? Because I remember, you know, like I contemplate, as we all do, a lot on like plastic surgery. And I remember somebody telling me, like, if you believe in God, like, let's just assume like we all believe in God here, like, God will never give you features that don't complement each other. And I think about that a lot of like, actually, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. My nose is meant to complement my eyes and the shape of my face and like the size of my face. And like my hair is meant to complement everything.
And your hair looks really nice too.
Thank you. No, yours as well. Like sometimes I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes like I get into a curly hair competition with you where I'm like, my hair's not as voluminous and like curly as Shanika's.
I don't want the volume, you know?
The volume is nice. It's giving.
No, because sometimes the volume is here instead of like here. And then it makes you like, do you struggle that too?
Yeah, of course. Especially because my hair is really long. I think my hair is, who has longer hair? You or me?
I have layers, so it's kind of weird.
I think you have more layers than me. I have less layers and my hair like pulls down a lot. So that's why. But yeah, getting the volume up here is like a struggle.
Wait, can you pull up your layer, like the topmost layer?
Here? Up topmost?
That's already really long. If you really like wanted more volume, dude, look, mine is like very short.
Yours is super short.
Yeah, and then like it just helps. If you want to try my haircut, just get a long wolf cut.
Okay, Ray Nathaniel, take notes.
Yeah.
I make Ray. I go to Ray now.
Oh, isn't he amazing? Like, but I've never done with him before because it takes a while to get a booking, no?
He's a busy man. Everybody wants to get their haircut by Mr. Ray Nathaniel. But let's talk about what products we're using right now because I know like y'all are always up in our DMs asking us like, what products are you using right now?
What's your skincare routine? And I just avoid it. I'm so sorry.
Kill two birds with one stone here. Like we satisfied that portion of like our followers constantly asking us about our skincare routines. But also, get this like nice conversation about acne going. So can you pass me that? Yes. You need to add more what? Lamp. Okay, sure, go ahead. Are you good? Tito, are you satisfied with the lighting?
Yes.
Ako sih bodo amat, tapi like, are you satisfied with the lighting? Yes? Okay.
Okay.
All right, now we can start on like the fun shit. You want to go first?
Okay, I can go first.
Okay.
So to erase my makeup, I use any balm, what is it called? Cleansing balm.
Yeah.
Anything, like this is just the brand I have right now, but anything will work. I've been using this for like 4 to 5 years. No lama banget. My friend in high school.
Regular.
Yeah, my friend from high school recommended me this.
Yeah.
And it's been there through my skincare journey as well. It's very good.
Right.
I've used this toner recently, to be honest, because it's cheap. As in, like, you get
Ordinary?
Yeah, you get this much.
Where do you get the Ordinary here in Indonesia? This is a foreign brand.
Shopee. Sorry, it's like a hit or miss. Tapi I get it now from
Girl, I swear,
a valid store.
Girl, I swear, like you could get the same shit. Like it's all about the ingredients, really.
Yeah,
like, you get the same shit from brands like the Origin Note here, or like who else? Like something like I'm sure they got something like this as well.
Oh,
save up on the money, bitch. It's the same shit.
Huh? No, they're like the same ish prices. You can see. This is like okay.
Origin Note is very cheap.
I forgot how much this is. This is like $250, but this has lasted me like 6 months. And you can use, so this ingredient is glycolic acid. You can use it for your hair, your scalp, your darkness, not darkness, tapi kayak discoloration.
Yeah.
It'll like even it out, and your armpit as well. So it deals with discoloration and also fucking seborrheic dermatitis. I also have that, by the way.
Oh my god, bitch! When I moved back here, but the dandruff was crazy.
Oh shit. Yeah. But to be honest, I didn't really use this on my scalp, but it's okay as a toner. Like, I can't really see the effects, but like, it works. It doesn't break me out. It's okay. And I also have this HA.
Was that something?
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
I got rid of the top because, there's already a top here. Like,
a lemonade process in your skincare routine.
And it's okay, but I heard you're not supposed to use this one every day. This
You
one
use it every day?
No.
Okay.
I actually haven't used this in a while because I got this.
Okay.
It's okay.
So that's toner.
That's toner. And I forgot to say the ingredients for the cleanser.
Salicylic acid.
Salicylic acid. It's good for dealing with pores, right?
Yeah.
Dealing with pores.
Salicylic acid in general, I think, is good for like for us acne bitches. Yeah, get this.
I've been using hyaluronic acid since 2020 because it really moisturizes the skin. I read in the description like 1 drop of this is like equivalent to like 1,000 water drops or something like that.
Damn. Okay. Hold on. Give me that.
Yeah. But yeah, the hyaluronic ingredient, you can get it anywhere.
Yeah.
But it's very good to hydrate the skin. And to be honest, I don't really use this one that much often. It's caffeine solution. It's for your under eye.
Yeah.
And I've been using this at 3 a.m. So
why specifically 3 a.m.?
I'm supposed to be asleep at 9 a.m. for that good night's sleep to avoid the eye bags.
And why are you not asleep by 9 p.m. and why are you awake at 3 a.m.?
Because I'm a little rascal.
Okay.
So, you know, gak ada gunanya gue pakai ini sebenarnya. But this lasts a really long time because I use it only for my under eye. It's only one drop.
Okay.
So you could use this for a really long time. A lot of people said this works.
Yeah.
So you just need to be consistent, unlike me.
Okay. Consistency is key.
Yeah, consistency is key. And then I got this.
I have that too. I got it from like a little.
I got it from PR.
Herbalize? Well, right when we went to that event. Like,
That's not Herbalize.
no, that's not Herbalize.
No.
Where did we get it from? It's from.
Wait. FTR. First time round.
You got that from FTR? I think I got mine from.
Wait, let me think. I don't know. I just got it from PR.
But we got it from like some brand.
got it from PR.
Yeah.
And it's good. As in, it doesn't break me up. But see, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay. And
This
I
is
use that
nice.
nice. This is nice.
This is nice.
And it's microbiome friendly, prevents wrinkles, deeply moisturizing, suitable for all skin types. Yeah, it's good. It's
Right.
all right. And then this is what I use. Sorry.
Thought I should Thank you.
Oh, nice.
Okay, after you.
This is the peeling solution I use now
Yeah.
to exfoliate. To be honest, I should be more consistent with this as well. In general, now I actually rarely do the exfoliate where you're supposed to do. That's why I have really bad sebum excess.
Okay.
So I have to get more used. I have to get back more into this.
But girl, I'm gonna be so straight up with you. I've consulted with dermatologists about this. Pores is genetics.
Oh,
Your daddy got big pores, your mama got big pores.
maybe they're too old for me to tell. I think at this point. And moving on to deal with my about my sebum thing now. I got this, which a lot of people recommend it. It's roach pussy, and it's the Cicaplast Balm B5.
What should you call it? Roach pussy.
La Roche Posay.
The roach pussy. Roach pussy. That's what I'm gonna. That's what I'm gonna call it from now on. La roach pussy.
Yeah. So this was like $250, and so because it's that much, I literally only use it on my nose.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say it works. I've only used this like 3 times now, so it's very, very new. I'm curious to see how it'll go.
La roach pussy is very expensive.
Yeah.
It's super expensive.
That's why
it's good.
I literally only use like teeny bit, and I'm like, as long as it covers my nose, I'm good. And this, I have a story for this. Remember when I told you I was breaking out here and I was peeling because of obat ito?
Is this the moisturizer?
Yeah, this is the moisturizer that saved me. So this was what was it? Candy kasi doctor. What was it called to him? But my doctor told me to use this. So she wrote. It was prescribed to me. So this was a prescription.
Yep.
And I thought you can only get this by prescription, but turns out it's like just off the counter.
Yeah.
And it's really good. So it's developed in Japan, made in Singapore.
Okay.
I recommended this to my boyfriend, and I've recommended this to Lunar. I've recommended this to Ashley. They all got it and they loved it after.
You recommend me all the shitty solutions, not the good
I'm
ones.
so sorry. I am so sorry. Oh, nice.
Go on.
Again, this is very good because my skin was peeling and it is so moisturizing. It fixed it. Well, and there was one other medicine, but that was actually prescribed. But I used this after when the medicine one ran out because it was little.
Yeah.
It still helped. So good. I love Charadan. I recommended it to anyone and they love it. Sunscreen, to be honest, I just use anything. Anything that's cheap.
What's that from?
Nivea.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I know that there are some ingredients in SPF that's actually not good. Like recently, there was one in like the European Union. They were like, "Hey, this ingredient is not good," but it hasn't reached the Indo yet. That info.
Oh, okay.
So some Indo brands do have that ingredient.
Okay.
But in all honesty, I just use whatever is the cheapest SPF. Someone correct me if I'm not supposed to do that.
Okay.
But like, as long as it protects me from the sun.
The only thing I know about sunscreen now is that actually, like, a lot of us have been using like either chemical sunscreens, when really we should be using like more physical or hybrid. What is this? Is this chemical?
It says sun serum. See, this is what I mean.
I'm full of shit because I don't even know like the difference between like chemical. I know what physical is. I can't tell the difference.
Physical is like sunblock.
Sunblock, yeah. Because chemical and mineral, I don't really know the difference. I forgot, but I know that we're supposed to be using physical and you should opt for a hybrid sunscreen, like the one that I'm using right now, which I'm gonna get to.
Okay.
But
Oh no, I use this one too.
the original
Ran out.
Oh my god,
I'm the original.
I love Pancha. Love you.
By the way, I use original stuff, but I literally don't bring them. So I use their lip as well.
Oh yeah.
Ketinggalan di rumah. I'm so sorry, ketinggalan, but I usually use it before I go to sleep, and I mix it with this for my lip. And then I also use their toner. Their toner is so cheap and good. Original stuff, very good, but I'm so sorry I didn't bring them.
Yeah.
So sorry.
No, it's fine. Like, shit, if we brought everything, bitch, if we brought everything, like, it would be like, sapo meja, anjing, like, we have so much at home. But these are just like the things that we use. You use every day, right?
Yeah, these I use every day. This one is like weekly-ish. And I didn't bring my retinol, but I'm not that consistent with my retinol either.
Yeah. What's the other, like, stuff?
So this is for like
What's that?
my lashes, because I use mascara every day. So it gets really damaging. And they claim that this makes your lash grow.
What is this? This is the Runa Grow Tattooed Brow and Lash Serum. I got a brow and lash serum from something. That's what I've been using, but I don't use it regularly. I think I should.
Yeah, it looks like this. The application is really nice. I mean, I think it does. Like, it didn't make it like severely long, but I want a serum because I use like mascara and like I curl my lashes every day. Like they need some sort of, something to fall back on, I guess.
Yeah.
So this is good. This is okay. Like it doesn't like fall that drastically. It's all right. It works.
Okay.
And of course, Papa. I use this even before I do makeup.
What the fuck is that?
It's so...
I've heard of the name, but apparently it's super popular here in Indo, but I've never heard of it before up until a few days ago.
Papa. It's... So it's kind of like Vaseline. But Vaseline doesn't work on me. When I put Vaseline, it just stays like as a weird layer. But this actually works for me. Like this is actually hydrating. And people actually use this for wounds as well. But it sounds so untrustworthy, yeah? Like pow.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, the packaging is not giving, but...
Right, but like it actually does work.
Yeah.
Like when you see products that says like B5, you're like, ooh, science. And you're like, pow. It's like, like the fuck?
Oh, but yeah.
That's all mine.
That's all yours? Okay, my turn. So starting off with cleansing. I deadass use cleansing balm every single day, and I'm one of those crazy bitches that double cleanses. I forgot to bring my other cleanser. I usually use it.
Does this count as double cleanse?
Huh?
Because I use this and this.
Yeah, that's double cleansing. Yeah, but I forgot to bring my other my cleansers. Like I have one foam cleanser from this brand called Duvaderm. It's the elderberry one. I'll put up a photo. I really love that one. So that's foam. And then if I want something that's like more like, what's the other texture? Like I guess like creamy, like something more creamy. I really like the... I don't know, Pasi, I used to use it all the time. It's from something, and it's the jelly cleanser, and it's like, I'll put it up. You've seen it. It's so popular, and it's so cheap, but it's so nice.
People who don't double cleanse are crazy, yeah?
In my opinion, yes. It's the something low pH gentle jelly cleanser. It's this one.
The tall one.
Yeah, the tall one. This one is so good, and it's so affordable.
It's because it's big too, right?
Yeah, no, I can get the big one. I can get the small one. Like I love it. I love it. But my cleanser this is not a local brand. But you can get it here. It's called Hamish. It's the all clean balm. I go through these so quick. Like this is a new batch. Like I haven't opened this yet because I sekali beli borong. Like I buy a lot in one go. I stock up at home, and this is so good, and it smells so good. I don't know if you want to open it. You want to smell it for yourself. But like it smells like aromatherapy gitu loh.
Oh yeah, it smells yeah.
Aromatherapy. Love that shit. So
Mine just smells like a pastry.
So that's for cleanser. And then what's after cleanser? So right after cleanser is toner. I bought this because I got influenced by Instagram. This is the Anwa.
It was an ad?
Yeah, I got like an Instagram ad for like this one like toner, and like I caved in, and like I bought the large 500 milliliter one. Like this is gonna last me a really long time. It's called the Anwa Heartleaf Soothing Toner, and like I don't know, in the ads it seemed like it really helps with like red inflamed skin, which is what I mostly deal with. So I got this, really like it. It's also not scented. Actually, that's a common theme with like a lot of my shit here is unscented products, because throughout my acne journey I started realizing like some skincare ingredients like that are scented would exacerbate my acne.
I agree. Mine is also
sensitive to scent. So
their cleansing is scented.
Okay, but that type of set is not like, it's not artificial.
I think it is, but we washed it off, so I don't care.
I guess, yeah, but I mean, like this has not done me any wrong. So yeah, I do the toner, and then I actually I'm one of those, you know, like the 12-step skincare routine, like the Korean skincare routine. I'm kind of that. Except not 12, but like I use this essence. So the order goes EAS. That's how I remember it in my head, EAS, because it's essence, ampule, and then serum.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. So this is the essence that I use. Is the CosRx, that's the snail one, and I swear by this. This is so good for textured skin.
Oh,
It's so good for textured skin. I swear they changed the formulation recently because now it kind of like it's a little bit, it kind of burns a little bit now.
burns.
Like,
Oh, okay.
but it works. It's great. I love this shit. I'm on like I'm not even kidding, like 10th bottle on this. So that's the essence first. And then ampule. I got like only one brand I go for ampule. Like they have different like variants to target different skin concerns. So like this one from like Skin 1004 is really good. I get these ampules. So this one is just like, I forgot which line this is. Like this one is like with the tea tree. So this is like good for like if you got acne, redness and everything because it's tea tree, it's supposed to soothe shit. And then this one I think it's just for like sensitive skin, which I also have. So I like fluctuate in between these two. I really like it. So that's after my essence. And then after that, I go with like serums. The thing with me is that I'm one of those skin cycling bitches now. Have you ever heard of skin cycling?
No.
So skin cycling is by this one doctor. I forgot her name, but I'll put up her photo and her information. And she came up with this routine, the skincare routine to like cycle your skin. And so, I mean, just look it up. It's really fascinating science behind it. But the first day is exfoliation day. And then the second day is retinol day. And then the third day and fourth day are rest days. So those are hydration days. And you just cycle through that.
I mean, I guess I do that without knowing it because I don't use retinol
every day.
Yeah,
no, don't. Like, you're fucking crazy to do that. But for exfoliation days, I use, where is it? So for exfoliation, the original, for exfoliation, I use this peeling solution from like the original. It's that AHA, BHA. So those are like exfoliants.
Yeah, mine too.
So I use that and I do my skin cycling at night. So like in the morning, I usually use like a vitamin C and I use this. This is really fucking expensive. Sunday Riley. It's the CEO vitamin C serum. Super fucking expensive, but like I swear by it. Sunday Riley, like can't do no wrong. So I use that in the day, but I do the skin cycling at night. And then I like for exfoliation days, I use this peeling solution from the original. And then on retinol days, the thing with me is that I have very sensitive skin. So retinol is like, can be a little bit too harsh. And so I found this like one, my friend recommended to me. It's like this A-Glow serum. So it's like a retinol replacement. Retinol alternative. So it works in the same way as retinol, but it's not as strong as retinol. So I think it's really good for those of you that want to get into retinol, but regular retinol is like too harsh.
Something has like entry-level retinols.
I think they do, yeah. So I think the one from Something is good. This one from Duvaderm, it's like this like local skincare brand that like focuses on like molecular skincare. It's like really fucking fancy. And I don't think this is not that expensive either. So I think it's like still quite affordable for a lot of people. This one is really good as like a retinol alternative for like my retinol days. And then for hydration days, I go with, did I bring it? I did. Did I bring it? No, I did not. Because I ran out. Because I usually use just like a hyaluronic acid, like you, serum, but I ran out, so I gotta go get that one. But I use the ones from like the original. Something has good ones as well. And I just like quite literally whatever. And then after serum is your moisturizer. I love Skin Game. I really do.
Oh, they changed the packaging, yeah.
They like did an entire like revamp and like they rebranded and everything. And like the packaging is so sleek. I love the new formulation as well. And like what I really love about Skin Game, besides the fact that they're gender neutral. By the way, this is not sponsored by Skin Game. I swear to God, it's not. But like it's not scented. That's the thing. Like,
thank God.
Yeah, right. And this, I like their watery moisturizer, like the gel one better. But this one is the cream. Don't go too crazy on this one. Like I just do like 2 pumps, just warm it up with my hands and like massage it into my face. This is really nice. And then after moisturizer is your sunscreen, which as established, original hybrid sunscreen, really good.
Mine ran out. I'm gonna buy more.
What do you use for acne spot treatment?
I just pray. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna revert back to that. No. I literally don't do anything to it because I know it's gonna go away.
Not even pimple patches?
No.
Deadass.
And I popped them.
Deadass?
Yeah.
Girl, don't do that.
Sorry.
No, I could recommend you some right now.
But actually, I'd want a pimple spot treatment recommendation.
Okay.
If I do get one.
So that's what I'm here for. And I swear, like every time, half of the time I post on my story, it's me at home lounging, and like I have like spot treatments on my face, and
What is that one?
always asking. So
Did you bring it?
I brought everything.
Oh, nice.
I brought everything. So like for active acne, it's this acne spot gel from Erha. It's so good, but do not be a Shanika and like spread it all over your skin. You just like concentrate it on like the dot, the pimple, Shanika. Okay. And so just concentrate it there. I swear, like overnight, like my pimples just go away. For like the little like tiny acne whiteheads and everything, like it's so good. I use this as like a spot treatment for active acne. Is that one? If you want something that you can slather all over your face, I really like this from Duvaderm as well. So it's like an acne shot. It's called the acne shot. I use it so much, like I ran out. I gotta get another one. But like,
Nice.
I literally just use it all over my face. And
Like as a normal serum.
it's the last step of my skincare routine. Because after my moisturizer and everything, this is a AHA, BHA type shit, if I'm not mistaken. But it works for the acne. So it's either you like thought pollen, you like put it on your acne, or you spread it all over your face. I spread it all over my face.
Why?
So that it kills all the whiteheads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And like it gives me helps with the clear skin. It says apply 1 drop to clean skin, but I use it all over, so I break the rules. And then my ultimate, like, I'm not even exaggerating. Like I cannot live without these two. I really can't. This first one is super fucking expensive, but it's called Peter Thomas Roth, the Potency Targeted Spot Brightener. So it's like for acne scars, like especially like the red ones. And like I use this during the day. I use this during the day, but make sure you use sunscreen because it's vitamin C.
Oh,
Yeah. So
So you apply SPF first or that
SPF first, and then I
this.
apply this on, and like I just concentrated on like my dark spots or like my red spots. Okay, gitu. And it's so good. My mom was the one who found this in Sephora, and ever since then, like it's so good. My mom and I, we swear by this. It's so good. And then the other one, I cannot live without. And I swear, like I've gone through like I think 15 bottles of this. I'm not even joking. I buy this so much. I need to get sponsored by CosRx at some point. Their Centella Blemish Cream. It's the one that you guys see all the time. The white shit on my face.
That's that.
It's this.
None of those others?
No, not these. This is like a cream, like thick white consistency on my face. Anytime I get on my Instagram story or TikTok live and I have like white stuff, it's this. And it's so good for those of you that struggle with like redness, like red acne scars like me. I think this might help with like active acne as well, because it says here this is a calming cream. It helps to soothe the sensitive and irritated areas. So even on like active acne, I use it, and it helps so much. This has been like, what would you say is like the game-changing product in your routine that's like completely changed your life? The hyaluronic acid. Oh my God, for me it's this. So good. This is something that I've incorporated into my routine like very regularly, and I feel like it helps with keeping the acne at bay. Face mist, just throughout the day.
Really?
Girl, don't you use public transportation? Huh? Don't you use public transportation?
All the time.
Not all the time, yeah. No, but I would imagine like if you're getting on public transportation, even without public transportation, I feel like if you're just going outside, like it's dirty as shit outside.
What is face mist? Like I've done face mist, but like one time in my life I was like, I think I can live without it. So I just kind of live without it.
No, I picked the ones that have like, for example, like ingredients like witch hazel that really helps with like keeping acne at bay. This doesn't have witch hazel.
This kind of like kills bacteria.
This is antibacterial
Oh, I see.
for the face. And that's why it helps a lot, I think, with like keeping the acne at bay. Especially like when I'm going outside or like if I'm sneaking off and like I'm on a Gojek and my mom doesn't know. And yeah, it helps.
The way I'm sniffing in the molecules. Yeah, it smells nice.
Right?
Yeah.
It smells like
Won't ruin your makeup or anything, right? Just
a face mist. What's the difference between this and setting spray, to be honest? Yeah, that's it for this episode. No closing words. I'm gonna burp into the camera.
fuck you, Dr.
Yeah, that's why we wrap up this episode, okay? So make sure to like, comment, and fucking subscribe, you cunts. Y'all know who this is. All her information down below. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I love you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Okay, now I want to dig into this chicken.